thought, oh hell, that Philadelphia game, I changed it, and that was the only pick I picked and lost my ass.
Their players were cut from a different cloth. Renegades with faces only a mother could love. The Raiders cultivated, then reveled in their ominous image.
The king and his men stole the queen from her bed, bound her in her bones. The seas be ours, and by the power where we will roam.
Salute Raider Nation. Appreciate y'all showing up. Salute to the mods. Salute to everybody in the chat. Salute to everybody here on the panel. And yes, Robert, I fucking hit the 30-second countdown too by accident. So I gotta forget that. I gotta delete it, to be honest. But salute to all you guys, man. Appreciate y'all stopping by. Talk about this game before we get going here at 1 o'clock. So it'll be interesting conversation. So again, salute Robert, salute Pizzle, salute to everybody that's in here. I hit that damn thing by accident, dude. So I did 2 things by accident, but we won't talk about the other one as long as nobody else noticed it. JB, appreciate you.
You know, I dropped a comment earlier up onto it too.
Outside of that, if you guys want to say what's up, man, say what's up.
Salute everybody in the nation.
Salute.
Heck yeah, man. Appreciate everybody. There's going to be other people that are going to stop by here too shortly. But long story short, let's talk about basically this Patriot game, man. This is a game that Josh has yet to lose against his, Bill Belichick yet. So he's beat him every single time he's played him. I don't think this game's going to say much about either of our teams, to be honest with you. I mean, the Patriots have straight got their asses beat the last 2 games. I think they've been outscored 72-3 over the last 2 games. So, I mean, that's a pretty big beating right there. So, I mean, it's even Josh hasn't even been beat up that bad. So, outside of it, I think, like I said, I think it's going to be a tough game anyways, because I think Bill, he always tries to, obviously adapt to where he's failing. He's even said that you got Mac Jones on a short leash, so they could probably easily switch up quarterback here in this game, which I'm not going to say it's much. But again, they got hella people on the IR.
They may throw out Cunningham out there too.
They got a bunch of people on the IR.
Watch out for him.
What is it?
No, I'm saying Cunningham. They got him at quarterback all over the field, so they're trying to use him
running back. He could play.
Right.
Yeah, and then like I said, if he comes out there, he'll probably beat us, because how are we going to contain mobile like that? But at the same time, we'll see how that game goes. For now, it's Mac Jones, and he's been sucking dick. So, I mean, hopefully it'll play into Peters and everybody's hands, Can we break 20? I mean, I put us at 34-10. I think we can beat them 34-10, but I also think this is a game where I think that the Patriots could easily beat us, because it's a game where we think we should go and beat them because they've been getting their ass beat. It's his old team. Bill's coming in here against Josh. He also has a taste from last year about Jacoby throwing the fucking ball to Chandler, So, I mean, that's already in his mouth. And I don't think Bill wants to go out just losing every time to Josh, let alone even Kraft and everybody's talking about Bill over there at his place right now. So I think he needs to win this game, in my opinion. So, and the way I look at this game is like we should score over 21, like easily. We should easily, with the players we have, the team we have, we should easily score over 21 points in this game. But it would be typical Raiders, just like I always say, let Bill come up in here, dude, be fucking 27-24 game, dude, and they end up winning out at the end. I mean, it could be 24-20, you know, something of those factors, but I always feel like that's where we're at, where we should play better than what we do, we play under. You know, like it's just facts, man. And I just think like if we're gonna try to get our team on pace and then we're sitting here trying to gauge ourselves against the Patriots and the Bears, I mean, I think those are the Bears, depending on what team shows up, I would argue the point. But again, two pretty bad teams, 1-4, 1-4, you know, so no matter how you're looking at the team. But here in this game, I think we should be able to beat this team. They got so many injuries over there. We've got most of our players. I think outside of Nate Hobbs the only one that's not playing over there. So salute, Richard. Appreciate you, bro.
And then Jacorian Bennett, I think, is questionable into the game. I don't know. Maybe a game time decision for Bennett.
Yeah, I think freaking that's what I don't know. I mean, out of last week, we sit here and talk about like what we did against Green Bay. Green Bay is broken, man. Like they're just falling off the face of the earth. Their team's falling off. So to sit there and say like we're gauging, like I said, I think the way I'd gauge our team is like the Lions game's 100% going to be a team to gauge like where we stand as an NFL team. But for us today, I think we should be able to get this dub easily against the Patriots.
Which one?
I agree.
Say again.
I agree. Like we should not lose to them people. Like they're out of all. They're not. All their students are hurt. Only person, no, because Kendrick Bourne, I'm not worried about that. Raheem Stevenson, not worried about him. Zeke, you're not Zeke no more. Keyshawn Boot, you were a dog at LSU. NFL, not so much. You're a rookie. And the defense, Matthew Judon, don't got a hurt today. He's hurt.
Yeah.
So Jimmy, that's one sack you won't have. But J.C. Jackson's over there, but Devontae owns him. So I'm not worried about that matchup right there. It's just, can Jimmy have a decent game? And honestly, I don't know what a decent Jimmy game is. Is it one with 2 picks, or is it one where he targets Jacoby 4 times and forgets Devontae is over there? Like I don't know what a good Jimmy
Jacoby
game is.
Like 15 times, like 15. You mean?
You know what's funny? Jimmy plays the game like he plays Prize Picks, like he has Jacoby receptions over, Devontae receptions under.
You know what's funny too is I've been thinking about this all week. Once I've seen these reports come out on Renfro, watch Jimmy target Renfro multiple times in this game just so he can go out, get some yards, and then
his value can be boosted.
Yeah, because they'll probably tell him like, "Hey man, we need to get targets to him, man. We need to boost him up, dude, because we only got 2 weeks left, and this is a team you can do it to right here, you know." So I've thought all week, like, don't be surprised if Renfro gets multiple targets here today, dude, and especially on 3rd down receptions. Like, what makes his value go up? Because people are talking about it all over now. People are talking about, like, other people are studying film on us, and they're sitting here saying, like, dude, look at Renfro, look at Mayer, look at all these people getting wide the fuck open, and they're not even targeting them, you know, like, Michael said 73-10 Pats or Raiders. Fuck, dude, we're Miami over here. Fuck. As much as I would love to be 73 with Aiden, I'd do it Aiden, but Jimmy, fuck, he'd be lucky if he can get like 25.
Hey, no, Jimmy G's gonna get us at 42, and New England's just gonna get 10.
I'm hoping that Josh shows up today. Is why I put 34-10 because I'm hoping Josh shows up.
You mean Javi Daniels?
No, Josh Jacobs. Like he should be able to get up in that end zone, down in that red zone. You know what I mean? So like I think Josh can show up today, and that's another thing. Like I hope that Gotti shows up on this team, man. Like this team ain't been doing shit to nobody. You know what I mean? Like so.
You're right about that.
Yeah, and they've been like, if we're talking about like when you look over there at the Bears, right? The Bears showed like they could actually have potential there. Like they have an up climb there if they were able to put it together. Patriots don't look like they're putting shit together. Patriots look like they're just falling face first right off a fucking cliff. Not a cliff, a mountain. Literally
No,
just fucking.
what they're tanking. They're tanking.
And don't get me wrong, man. If you're tanking for Caleb and them, dude, like, or even Bo Nix, or man, I mean, don't get me wrong. The Patriots, I mean, Patriots get the first overall pick and get one of them. I mean, I
That's
keep saying
trouble.
it. Like people are like, Bill Belichick's gonna get fired. I'm like, what's he gonna do? Walk up, fire himself? Is he like wake up in the morning, go take a shower, and he's like, yep, gonna fire myself because I'm the GM and the head coach, so I gotta fire myself. Like Kraft, I mean, how's Kraft gonna do it? He's got 6 rings by him. That whole organization's been built off of Bill Belichick, dude. Like I said, it's gonna have to be pretty.
Or was it Tom Brady that effect?
I mean, I think it's both, and I think, like I said, I think it's Josh, Bill, and Brady. I think without all of them, they wouldn't have done shit. You have the quarterback, offense, and defense. Like, I think that whole deal takes, people, and I've said it even with Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay, when Brady went there, they may be one of the most losingest teams out there, but they had one of the best built teams in the NFL. So it wasn't like he just went over there to the fucking Cleveland Brown and was like, oh, I'm gonna go get a Super Bowl. Like, no, he went to a team that already had badass defense, already had badass offense, dude. They just added people to it to finish it off. Then they went in, got their Super Bowl, and that was it. So I mean, I've said like you can say that with Gruden when he got there back in 2002 with Tony Dungy's fucking team. You know what I mean? So I don't know how far I'd go with that. Him building that team was already put in place. So he was just more of the finishing piece. You know, Bo Nix did his thing against Washington, just bad fourth down call. Plus that dude fucking missed that field goal, didn't he? I think he missed the field goal at the end of that game.
It was at first it was a bad snap to begin with. I can already tell it wasn't going down, bro.
That guy's missed a few already this year, though, man. Like he's fucking. I don't know if like I said, I mean, they came down, marched downfield. Bo Nix is pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, man. That guy's got some poison in him, man. So
yeah, wasn't good at Auburn, you know.
I just wish that we can get fucking Drake Mays in the division to play these guys. Like that's what I wish, dude. Nice. Because Drake Mays is gonna be a beast, bro. I keep saying he's gonna be first or second quarterback off the board, dude. Like easily. Drake Mays has that 6'5", 220, dude. He's got that Ben mentality to him, dude. Like and before Ben got injured, before he got on the motorcycle and got fucked up, you know what I mean? Like I always said Ben was going to be a pretty badass player, but I think he could have been better. But I think that accident fucked him up. You can see it in his head, dude, for a while. And the way he talked, the way he was, like, I just think like Drake Mays, dude, he's got a great arm, got great rush, and he'll take on linebacker, bro. He'll just fucking drop, right into a linebacker, dude. Like,
he ain't scared.
Nah, hell no, he ain't scared, dude. Like that dude's a fucking beast. So, like I said, I wish there was a way to see him in there, but I don't even know. Can they play in a bowl game? I don't think they can play in a bowl game. So
no, because North Carolina, they I believe what are they? They're 6-0, right?
Yeah, I think they're gonna play. Their toughest game will be what, Duke? Will Duke be one of their toughest games because of their defense?
Trash. Duke is
but
trash.
Don't they have a good defense? Is it Duke that has their defense?
Duke, in that conference?
I might be wrong, but I thought it was Duke that had a good defense, but I could be wrong on that one.
But if they do, because more than likely, if they win conference, if they're not placed like in the top 4, then they're going to be playing in a bowl game. I don't know which one, but they're already bowl game eligible already.
Yeah.
And in the Benz, does Drake play in that bowl game? Because usually the top quarterbacks don't play in the bowl game. They usually skip it.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. I mean, like I said, I just wish because you can see, like, you're going to see, like you've seen Penix and fucking Bogo. You're going to see frickin', I think even Penix plays frickin' Caleb, you know, like, I think in
this year. In Washington.
Yeah, and don't they play Oregon too? Doesn't he play Oregon too? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's like you
And
get
they
to
play
watch
Utah,
both of them.
but Utah fell off. Now we're about Utah.
Salute Milk and
Utah
Bees,
fell off.
BZ, appreciate you, bro. Yeah, because you're getting a lot of Pizzle, appreciate you. I don't know if I think I said salute too, bro. Salute Mike, man, appreciate you. He said Drake or Bo would be my QB. Neither one is as good as the kid from Penn State. Who's in Penn State?
Who? Who?
He said
Penn
neither
State.
one is as good as the kid from Penn State.
Hey, yo,
I
look,
know that
man.
kid from LSU. I know that kid Daniels from LSU is actually pretty nice.
But Penn State,
Uh,
bro, I haven't heard of Penn State a good quarterback since. You want to say Christian Hackenberg? He was a bust. Who out of Penn State is already being picked top? No, no,
I don't even.
no.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't even know who it is. Is that who
I
he's talking
mean,
about?
no, I have no idea who he's talking about, bro.
Yeah, I have no idea either because I don't know which one it is. I know the
Me
kid
either,
from
bro.
LSU is having like a quietly good season. Like
Jaden,
Hey,
yes.
you know the
Jaden's
other
having a
Daniel.
great season.
Yeah,
Who's the other quarterback?
From what
we need
school?
to go get our guy next year.
I like the
Milk, I
quarterback from
think.
Florida
Penix
State.
hope it's a good Washington team. See, I agree, man. See, I'm not a Penix fan, dude. I think Penix has downfield issues. He has accuracy issues. He has a weird
He
deal
said
with the
that
way he throws left,
he's
dude.
looking
Like
for
I
the
don't know what
Heisman.
it is about it, but
He's
something about
looking for
Penix,
Heisman.
man. Yeah, something about Penix I don't like, man. Like there's something about him that's just awkward about him. And don't get me wrong, sometimes unorthodox players play really good, but fuck with all the players out here, dude, I would take Drake over him any day of the week, dude. So I would take Drake
Yeah,
over him any day of the week. And
right.
Caleb, either one of them two. I mean,
Like Shadeir.
I would almost take,
Shadeir, I give
I would take,
Shadeir a year.
I would take Bo Nix, dude, damn near over him. I mean, Bo got accuracy, bro. He's accurate as fuck, dude. Like, go look at that game when it started. Look at the stats. What was it like?
Hey,
165? Wasn't
the
it like
number one
160 or
receiver.
185? 2 touchdowns to Penix, and then what did Bo have? He had like 68, 69 yards and a touchdown.
Yeah.
And then look how he brought that shit all the way. But he could have won that game. If that was in the NFL, he wins that game. He marched all the way to the
The number
25-yard line on
Yeah.
that team all the way down there, dude. Like
Hey, the
Bo and them
number
weren't
two
fucking around,
receiver.
dude. And that
The number
dude ain't
two.
no slouch player. I'll tell you right now, that guy is
The
no
Oh, he
number
ain't
slouch.
no
And
two
slouch.
he'll run at
receiver.
a motherfucker too. He ain't no slouch
Yeah.
either, man.
Hey, Dustin, the number two receiver in the nation is a Doomsday from Washington. That guy goes
Oh, he's
off.
nice.
Yeah,
He's
Yeah,
I've been
nice.
talking. You
yeah.
guys know I've been talking about him since last year. That guy's
He's
bad.
nice. He's
Nice.
nice. Don't
Yeah,
forget Ken
I
Coleman,
like him.
Florida State. Dog. Dog.
Did
Forget
he
what's
get
his
his
name
first
from
sack
Houston.
today? Hey, I think he could get it, Michael, for sure, man. I mean, he should be able to get it today for sure. I think Max gets like 2 sacks today. I mean, that's what I do
Hey,
think. I
I
think
say
Max
three.
can
I
go
say
get
three.
2.
I
Hey,
say
he
three.
might. Hey, don't get
I
me
think
wrong. He might.
Tyree
He can
Wilson
Cause
switch
that,
back
gets
and
cause,
forth in
two.
there and eat them
Tyree's
alive,
gonna
dude.
get two
So,
sacks on Mac
cause that O
Jones.
line is cheese.
yeah, is Trent Brown playing in there?
Oh, we don't know. He's questionable
Come
too.
on,
Yeah, I don't. I
man.
mean, Trent will
You
still
know
push
Trent
his
Brown is
own, man.
iffy. He's
Yeah,
iffy.
Trent would still hold his. I mean, I said I wish we could have got him over here. If we could have got him here, put him on the right side with Miller, opposite of Miller, and actually have him under Josh and them, fuck, dude, I think our line would have been way better,
Right.
way
And
better.
Carmen Umbrasello,
Hey,
the O
hey,
line coach,
hey,
he's
Yeah,
how do
perfect.
you
I
guys
mean,
feel
it
about us
sucks how it
trading
came
for
with
Luminor?
Gruden, but
Because I think Theorem's gonna take over that position.
he should. I've been saying it
Yeah,
the whole time. I said
let's
that.
get rid
I
of
said that 2 weeks
Luminor.
ago. I said that 2 weeks ago when people were sitting here trying to blame Josh, and I told him like you got to hold accountability to the player, and they need to
Luminor's
rip that
trash.
motherfucker up out of there, dude, and fucking put in Illuminor. And then guess what, dude? In Green Bay, they fucking did it against the Green Bay game. They did it, and he
Luminor's
played
supposed to
way
get
better. He
injured.
plays way better, dude. So, like I said, you got to hold players accountable for where they're at. And I think Munford should be able to go in there and start. I like Munford a lot, dude. I think he's
Yeah,
got that
bro,
bigger
I've been
body
highly
frame
of
this
Munford
year,
since
dude.
last year. Dustin, you know that.
Yeah, I mean, I've liked him ever since the whole deal. I've advocated the whole time with this guy. I've even said that he should even take with Wagner. Wagner should have sat right behind them, dude, and went. And they should have pushed off Illuminor. And I even said Illuminor should have been a trade candidate or a person that was let go right at the end because Illuminor hasn't done shit. And I've said it, dude. He's just a fan of. They're just a fan of him from another team, you know, which is fine. I don't care about those things. The things I care about is like we let go of fucking Curtis, dude. I mean, Curtis was going to be a really good player. We let him go to Seattle. We got Wagner back there that could have played here. You know, like we got a lot of miscues here, dude. Our line.
Wagner.
Yeah, I know. But what I'm saying is we have a lot of players here that could have been out here to play, and we don't even have it. Like we didn't even play it right. In my opinion, like we're getting beat on by regular players. And again, Parham should be able to step up on his own because that fool fucking he played pretty good ball last year, and then he's getting beat over here. And I get like these are the first few games, but you can't just start getting worse as the season's going on. Like we're already into what week 6 now, dude. Like you should be able to stand up on dudes, you know.
Hey Dustin, I want to ask you this: should we move off of Andre James too next year?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know because like I said, I don't think I like Andre James, so I don't know. I don't think we should move off any of them. Like
scored a touchdown. Your boy Addison just scored a touchdown.
I've even said like even with I'm not a fan of what's his name. Fucking I'm not a fan of dude from the Bills. Fucking
who? Davis?
Yeah. Hell no, I don't like.
Who? Fucking no, the dude for fucking our right guards. Fucking
yeah, Van Roten or something.
Yeah, Van Roten, right. Dude. I'm not a fucking I'm not a fan of his. That's why I said Curtis should have went up in there and played, dude. Like I've said, like when you have good players like them, you should pick them up and just let them go. I mean, that guy wasn't going to change our line, and it hasn't worked for Jacobs at all, dude. Back there, period, dude. Like I don't care how people feel about Jacobs. I've said this all year long, dude. I said this in the off season where people get in their feelings. Like Jacobs, if Jacobs doesn't have a good line, I said send him to any run heavy team and then show me that team that don't have that line and watch what's going to happen. This is what's going to happen right here. And there's nothing wrong with it that he can't run behind lines that aren't good. You have to know that. So the thing I would say is why didn't our team build a run offensive line in the off season to give him the best chance? Like that's the kind of shit I don't understand. Why did you build a pocket for Jimmy but not get a fucking run gap for Josh? I don't get that. Jimmy's done absolutely fucking nothing. Like he has done nothing. He's playing like a goddamn fucking high school fucking football kid, dude. Like literally. I said it from his injury. I said it when he came back, dude. This guy ain't gonna get over fucking 20 points, dude. He got the best player in football, dude, and he's not giving him the ball. It's just like fucking Adam or just like fucking Roger said on the McAfee show, dude, where he was like, man, you go against your old team, you want to put up deals, especially a team like how they are, basically saying like they're trash, and he only gets 4 receptions, dude. Like, that's not how you feed your star receiver like that. And he even claimed, like, he even said Devontae's not like any receiver in the NFL. The things he does off the line, the things he does downfield, and then that when you hear things like Devontae say those things, right? Those are things that Devontae or that Adams knows. Those are things Adams knows. Aaron Rodgers. Those are things Rodgers knows. So when he hikes the ball and he looks over at Adams, he sees that. He knows what he's looking at. So if he sees this boom, boom, like he knows, all right, right here. Jimmy don't see that. Jimmy don't even know what the fuck to look at, dude. Like Jimmy just knows post routes, these type. Like Jimmy even brought it up in like the first game where he was like, he even told Devontae where he was like, man, he was like, my bad, bro. I need to kind of, throw on. Like he could have had a touchdown down there, but he went to Jacoby. It's just things that Jimmy gets honed in on, and then he gets honed in on fucking Myers because Myers runs the Patriot system. So he's always like, that's why I've said, like, that's why Renfro is struggles so hard in this team because Renfro's that get up off the line type fucking move, dude, just like, fucking want to get you up out of your feet. But if he can't get up out of your feet and then get up off of his play, then Renfro don't work. That's why he works so great in Gruden's deal, why Myers works so well with with Jimmy come from that system. He knows a systematic route, and when Jacoby comes, he runs systematic route. So it's like clockwork with those dudes. They just know boom, 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 and I know that's why they hook up so well. Those two guys never played one fucking game together, dude. But when you have a guy like fucking Adams over here that never come from that system, and he's kind of like a Renfro type where he kind of gets off a dude like that, Jimmy don't know how to plan for that. Jimmy don't know how to put a ball up over the top of a dude so he's right here when he's beating a guy, dude, or fucking actually put it on a guy. Jimmy knows how to throw it at your fucking toes, overthrow it, dude, for sure, dude. Like, he most definitely knows that. And he knows how to get scared in the pocket. Like, we thought that Derek Carr was scared. This guy, pussy-ass motherfucker. Like, he's probably more scared than Carr is in that pocket because of his foot. And he knows that next sack could probably be his last fucking in the NFL. So you can most definitely see that in Jimmy for sure. So all I would say is like, man, this guy is horrible, long story short. Like, that's why I say I hope we get 34, but I think like Jimmy's probably still not going to get over 20 because he just hones in on the same fucking guy. It's like, look at Myers. Myers open on the sideline, dude, like a motherfucker. He leads him just a tad bit, which is all right. I mean, that's just deal. But he was wide open. And then he never looks back again through the whole fucking game. Never looks back to him, never throws back to him, nothing, dude. Like, this guy has a 2.8, 2.6, 2.8 fucking separation on a player. That's what he's averaging as a tight end. He's got the 14th best separation as a tight end, and he ain't getting shit looked at, not thrown or nothing. Like, these are things that just irritate the shit out of me. And, like, in a game like today, dude, like, Bill didn't just automatically wake up and just get better, dude. Like, that team still sucks. It's still the same team that it's got its ass beat 72-3. Nobody's beat up on them or scored on them. This is Patrick Graham coming to the Patriots. Well, them coming to us, dude, him being able, like, that's the thing. He's running their defense, so they're going to know, dude, like, I don't know. I think we got like Josh knows the team. That's why I think Josh has the best chance at beating Bill, because at the end of the day, it's Josh is better than Bill, dude. Like, that's what it comes down to, because Bill runs the defense. There's no doubt. Josh runs the offense. They've scrimmaged each other for fucking 15 fucking years, dude. Like, how do you think Josh broke his teeth on his fucking defense? So why wouldn't he be able to beat his defense? Like, he went up against it every single fucking day for 15, 16 years, So that's the whole thing is like, he should be able to beat Bill, and especially this piece of shit fucking team. But again, I keep saying it. We should get this win easily. I don't think it should be a tough win, dude. I mean, we should most definitely. But again, if we don't, then it's like, okay, are we playing like the fucking like, are we all trying to tank, dude? And now we're just like, Patriots they're already fucking damn near in first place. But then this is where it comes down to, like, would you rather have the Patriots get fucking Caleb Williams, or would you rather have fucking the Broncos get Caleb Williams? I'd give Caleb Williams to the Patriots if we can't get him. Like, I'll say, like, you can have that motherfucker. Like, I will make sure we lose to you, or we'll beat you just so you can get him. But I most definitely don't want to see Sean Payton get no Caleb Williams over there on them Broncos, man. Like, that's 100%.
Same here, bro.
The inactive report has not come out yet.
They haven't, but you do know that Malik Cunningham and Mac Miller are active. But
no. I'm trying to see who's inactive for us. I want.
Hold on.
haven't announced it yet.
Who's their backup quarterback? Who's their backup quarterback?
Zappy. You've been zapped.
Seeing, like, so, like, this is the things that are like, so this is where I keep saying where people keep saying, like, did Josh ride the coattail of Bill? And I say, fuck no, he didn't, because I guarantee you, I bet anything I own, if Josh McDaniels was to be fired and he reverts back to New England, he's gonna take Bill O'Brien's job and go win with Mac Jones. And that just says, like, where people say, like, oh, but Bill O'Brien got a Super Bowl inside. Yeah, but that was the team that fucking fucking Josh McDaniels built up and was already going there with to begin with. So, like, my point is I think that they give Bill O'Brien more credit because of the fact that he was in that deal. But what about fucking Charlie Wise, dude, that was back in the fucking early 2000s? Should he get credit for the whole fucking 2000 era? He was one of the first coaches. Same with Romeo, dude. Romeo was first fucking coach over there to get the fucking defensive coach for the Patriots. So that's why I say, like, no, Josh was there the longest. He was the one that built those teams. He was the one that ran. I guarantee if you went back, you would win right there with them.
If
But to
New
say like him coming here, like Mac Jones come here, I don't think that would be like. I don't think it works
you
that
don't
way for me. You know what I mean?
think
Listen,
you don't think it would work with
this,
Josh McDaniels because he did have him make the
The
play.
problem is like this is my issue where people keep saying like this is where I have an issue how people look at players coming to where we're at. I said this with Jimmy the whole off season. I kept arguing it, debating it, debating it. I said in every single live, every single time someone brought this sorry motherfucker's name up, I said, why in the fuck is every single time someone brings this guy's name up, we're acting like Carr plays for the fucking Niners or he plays for the Patriots? I said, Jimmy leaving those teams and coming to the fucking Raiders that don't have those defenses, don't have those offensive lines, don't have those fucking teams. So it doesn't matter if you bring Mac Jones here. If you don't build them the fucking line or the team to be able to win behind, that there's a difference. Over there in the Patriots, they had it. They had it and they were building it, dude. Until Josh left there and some of the player coaching staff come here, they thought, oh, we're Bill Belichick. We can just go. No, you can't. No, you can't. Those are key factors over there, dude. Like last year, I've said, like, our line did go from the 29th to the fucking top 10. And there's nothing saying that if they pull Illuminor right now and put Munford in there, that we don't start shooting up the fucking board, dude. Sometimes it's just one player lacking that makes the consistency of your whole line, dude. But what I'm saying is like, if you think Mac Jones is going to leave over there and come here and have better. No, he's not, dude. The reason Mac Jones has the success there when he got there was that was an actually really good offensive line. And the thing about Mac Jones is he's a really accurate quarterback, dude, but he has to stay within the line, like I've said Derek Carr is the same way. Derek Carr accurate as fuck, dude. Like, watch the videos where this motherfucker throwing over the top of his fucking home all the way from the fucking driveway into the pool, into a little ass basket and shit. Like, he's no fucking slouch ass inaccurate. So that's all I'm saying is if Carr don't work here, what makes you think that he's gonna work here behind that line? Could he work here if we build up the line? Yeah, hell yeah, he fucking can. But that was something Gruden and them already tried. They came in, they started building it up. They changed the scheme. So I've always said, dude, I've said it since the day Josh came here. I said it's unrealistic to think Josh is going to get the same production from Gruden's team as Gruden will. Gruden runs a West Coast or offense style team where Josh doesn't. He runs a fucking Air Perkins, dude. Like, it's a different style fucking deal. They're not the same type. So to sit there and say that Gruden runs it and he has the success that Josh should, no, he don't take those players. Those are Gruden's fucking guys. Those ain't Josh's guys. And I said that hell of times over and over and over, dude, until he can get his people in there where they're running the tight end, where they're running the fucking dual backs, things like that. They need to have his system here for him to be successful. I keep saying this where people said like Josh is the one that doesn't know what he's doing. I said bullshit. Josh has been in the biggest games in NFL history with Tom Brady, and I've said games where we go into the Pittsburgh game and we sit here and say like, oh, I don't know why Josh made that call, why he would kick that ball, or why he would go and do that. I know exactly why. It didn't take me but 2 seconds to know this dude been playing with Brady. If he gets down there in that line, he's going to go with it with Brady because he know more time than not Brady going to get that shit. And he knows if he kicks that field goal and comes back with Brady probably going to go get that touchdown. There's big difference, dude, like who he's played with and now who you're asking him to play with. So now everything that's gotten him 6 rings with Tom Brady, he brings over to dipshit fucking Jimmy. And then he brings the dipshit Jimmy, and then we're judging Josh off of that now? That's crazy as hell, dude.
Hey, you're Tom ready for the inactives?
Yeah, did it come out?
Yeah, Aiden O'Connell, Chris Smith II, Nate Hobbs, Amir Bernie, Justin Heron, Watkins, the receiver, and Nesta J. Why are we still taking Nesta out, man?
Is he not ready?
Byron Young's probably starting.
Hey, do you know who else hasn't been showing up? I think you brought it up, Dustin.
Who Carter?
Tillery. Tillery, where the hell's Tillery been?
Because he's garbage, dude. Like I said, he can't keep on bringing him in there, and he causes us so many. Look, he's a Luminor last year. Like he's a Luminor last year.
Yep.
Like straight
On
up.
defense. On
Yep,
defense.
damn right. Damn right. And you can't
Because
have that type of shit, dude.
against the Rams, he lost us the game when he slapped the ball out of Baker's hand, which I didn't even know was a 15-yard penalty. I didn't know that. You
Yeah,
know.
yeah, yeah. They came out with the bootsy ass fucking.
And then he pushes her out of bounds. Now I don't know about that having it ejected. I've seen worse things
That's what
done
I
in
said.
games.
I'm not gonna just sit here and be like, hey, that play is like. I'm not gonna hold him to that, dude, because I believe that was a cheap ass call on the refs. Like in my opinion, but it is what it is. He shouldn't have did it. He shouldn't have put himself in that spot to begin with. You know what I mean? So.
Right.
And the things are is like I sit and say like with our team the way that we're playing, man, is like the only way that we can be better or get better is one to hold everybody accountable why they're having these issues. So that way, if you're sitting here saying that the offensive line's struggling and we know that it's because that the damn Luminor ain't doing a shit. I mean, look, I don't know what even Miller's issue is. Miller had a tough few games right away too because he was ranked in the top 6 as a tackle in the NFL. He was ranked in the top 6 for Pro Bowl and everything like that. And then next thing you know, dude, he's getting slayed on over there by Khalil Mack inside that game. So that's a tough deal there for me with Miller. But I've always said, like, people are going to go through stages. It's too unrealistic to sit and think that every single game everybody plays are just going to be perfect, dude. They're not. All those guys don't have superstar next to their name. Devontae has superstar next to his name. So you expect that every single game. You expect him to be perfect every single game. I think when you're looking at the rest of our team, we're expecting them to be like Devontae, which they're not, and they're not going to be, and they're not paid like it, and they shouldn't be expected to be like it. What we expect is that hopefully they can get it together and hold more continuity through the rest of the season as a unit. And like I said, going in here, getting beat up on there by the Chargers or a few people, like it sucks, dude. But you got to also look at like how does it go on later in the next game. And I even said with Aiden coming back and playing the Chargers later on, where's his progression with that team? How did they actually go against them? Like I would play Aiden the next time you play him, just so you can see. But it kind of don't do him no just if he's sitting on the bench and not getting starts and stuff. So again, that's why I just feel like with all the people's names and all the players out there, why we can end up with good players and end up drafting a good quarterback, and we don't have to tank, and there's nothing saying like I get so many people that say on posts, they'll say, yeah, but we have to tank to get Caleb. No, we don't. Like that's the thing people don't understand, dude. Like people take out the realist and the realistness in the game. They just act like because Caleb over there in UFC and he's doing what he's doing, but he had a loss last night, dude, and he had a loss against Notre Dame, and things like these are going to start to pop up, dude, and that's going to go down. And I've even said, do not be surprised if Drake Mays is the first quarterback off the motherfucking board, dude, because he is a real good fucking player, and you're going to have both of these guys, and then depending on who's up there and who wants them, for people to sit and say, like, you have to tank to lose those. No, you don't. Look at our schedule, dude. Like, I don't understand why people keep acting like we're just all of a sudden got to be some good-ass fucking team. We playing broke-ass fucking teams. I've said this the whole time. People came to me last week when they said the Green Bay game, and they were like, oh, do you want to say about the – No, I don't. No, I don't, because I said, what are you going to do? Go in here against Patriots that's been outscored 72-3, and then you're going to brag on your defense? They should stop them. Nobody else has allowed them to score yet, so why the fuck should it be any different? And that's the difference is we would sit here and act like we're doing something if our team keeps them from scoring. No, dude, their team's garbage, dude. Like, the Bears would be a tough game because I don't know which team would show up on the Bears. Did they figure it out? Are they getting their shit together? I don't know. I have to watch them today to even imply that game. That can probably just be a game that we should just beat their ass. But there's no arguing the fucking Detroit game. Detroit, one of the best teams, if not one of the top teams in the NFL. They got a great offense, great defense, dude. They got a really good team together. That's where you can gauge your fucking team. That's where you can sit and say, like, okay, are we really stopping dudes, or are we going to get our ass beat like when we played the Bills? Like, that's how you can look at it. And then your team's falsified in those deals. And I keep saying, like, people are like, well, you have to tank to – no, you don't. You don't have to tank to get to Caleb. You don't have to tank to get to any fucking player. All you have to do is just play the game, and if Josh and them sit here and manage the game where they're looking at like last place, right? If they're sitting there at 3-4 wins, dude, we're at 5 at best. Like we'd be at 5 at best going out of these next 5 games, dude. Like in the next 5 games, you can sit and look at it. You can go for 2 of the games. For this game and the Bears, you should probably say win-win. Then the Detroit, I'll just say it now. Then you're going to go up against fucking, the Giants. That should be a win, man. Giants suck, dude. They suck massively. So that should be another win. Then you're going to go up against another good team, right? The Jets. And it's just because their quarterback, but even then, with their quarterback, without a quarterback, they still had good games, like play games. So I just feel like that's a game we'll probably lose in that game too. So we should realistically come out of that deal 3-2. If we come out any less than 3-2, because you're basing 2 of those teams actually be decent, like you would take an L on just for the team. But man, what happened if we go in there and we lose? What if we come out of there 2-3 or 1-4? You know, like those are the things that I keep always sitting here saying is like, as much as I wanted to push up to Green Bay, because I felt like their offense is a really good team, that offense should have came out and beat us. Like, I felt that way right away, dude. I felt like, man, you got fucking Watson, you have Romeo, you got Reed, dude. You got good players over here, dude. You got a good fucking halfback, got a decently good team, but Love sucks, dude. I mean, come on. He could go and run on us. He could have ran the ball on the last play of the game. That motherfucker throws it downfield on a meat. Why didn't you just run it out of bounds and then get another play? You had a whole minute. How come he didn't throw it to one of the 2 wide receivers that are wide the fuck open in the middle of the field with nobody on them, and they could have went down and even went and spiked it, dude, and still went down? Like, again, I'm not sitting here saying like, oh, our team played phenomenal ball, this and that. No, we didn't, dude. We played against a piece of shit team, dude. We barely even held them in contention. I mean, I said Dylan would go out there, he would run on us, dude. I said it the whole entire time. Just like I'd probably say today, do not be surprised. Ezekiel has not done shit to nobody all year long. They even tried to play him as the starter in one of these games and still didn't get shit. Watch this dude go bust over 50 on us. Watch him bust 50, fucking 2 touchdowns. Like, watch Zeke pop up and be the old Zeke, dude, because our team can't tackle. Like, that's fact. Our fucking defensive interior tackles cannot fucking tackle, dude, unless you got Spillane shooting through the gap or Masterson or Diablo. You're not getting there. Matt's got to come over there, dude. Like, you have to get our linebackers in there. For whatever reason, defensive tackles forgot how to tackle. It was just like automatically just forgot it, dude. They were like, well, I don't know how I got to the NFL, because that's one of the fucking things you have to do is to tackle a motherfucker to get there. So for me, like I've said, I don't look at our team like we're all there. Like, the offense has the players to be there, but for whatever reason, our quarterback can't get there. You get plays where you see Mayer open, and I've even spoke on this. I've said it, dude. It's not about, oh, do I want Carr back or not? It has 0 to do with anything. It's the fact that Carr would have already had this guy going. Why isn't Jimmy? Like, that's how you have to look at when you're trying to evaluate a team or evaluate a player is that if Carr was here, that dude would already be going. He would have looked back at him a second time in that game. Why are we not exploding teams where we should? We should be exploding these dudes. Like, and we're not. And that's falter on our quarterback, dude. Like, if Carr was here for 9 years, he got faltered the same motherfucking way, dude. Like, the same way. So to me, I just feel like I said, I think we have a good team. I just feel like our team lacks on multiple spots, dude. It's not just offensively, defensively. I get people want to blame Josh. I get it. But this is another thing. So look, I heard this just recently. My phone's overheating, so just give me 1 second. I heard something recently where people were sitting there saying, like, here, just give me 1 second. Let my temperature deal pop in. Take 1 second, and then I'll say it. Because I don't know if it's playing over the fucking deal or not. But just 1 second. I think fucking this was the craziest deal I heard over this last week was people were implying that they were implying that Josh McDaniels, Patrick Graham can make a team better than Josh McDaniels, and they were trying to give Patrick Graham all this credit for the defense, and they were sitting there saying like, oh, look what Patrick Graham's doing with the defense, blah 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 blah. And I'm like, okay, this is how you know you got people that are not Raider fans. This is how you know they don't pay attention to Raider news. They don't pay attention to shit. All right, I've said this 100 times. Raider fans are about the most delusional bastards there are out there. Because one, If people want to understand, if you're going to give Graham credit for that, you have to give it to Josh McDaniels first off, ASAP. And people are going to be like, what do you mean, man? He's the fucking defense. I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you exactly why. If you go back to the very first press conference in the fucking beginning of this year, first time they got to come up to that board, go back to the very first time Patrick Graham came up there. See, I know motherfuckers are so brain dead because they probably smoking meth they can't fucking remember, but if you go back to that first press conference, guess what the fuck Patrick Graham said? Guess what he was talking about that whole time? Patrick Graham brought up the fact that Josh wasn't calling the offensive plays in the offense and OTAs, that Josh was over on the defense trying to simplify the defense for the veterans and the rookies. He said the year before there was too big of a gap window there. He said that the veteran players and the fucking rookie players were their spacing was just too far play capacity. So what Josh did was go over there because, again, Josh has been defensive coordinator and offensive fucking coordinator. And I even said this in my lives, how people were sitting there talking about, oh, last year Josh should take responsibility and Josh should go over there and correct the defense. And I said, oh, yeah, you're asking this guy to just change up in the middle of the fucking year, go over there and call other dudes plays. It doesn't work like that. But what did he do? Right when they got off in the offseason, he went right the fuck over there. And guess what Graham says? Graham says, right when he comes to the podium, thanks for Josh for trying to come over, simplify the defense for the team so that way they can play better as a unit, play faster, everything. Then guess what happened in that same exact interview? In the same exact motherfucking interview, guess who else come up on the podium talking about that same shit? Oh, playing faster, being able to play quicker, simplify the defense for the offense and the fucking, or for the rookies and the veterans. Like, that's how you know these guys are so dysfunctional about jumping out there so fast to go like, oh, it's Graham, dude. Hey, bullshit. Josh McDaniels went right over there and helped build that fucking defense back to help that team. So to imply that it was all Graham now is the craziest shit. And that's why I say people don't even know their own team. They want to talk on the team. They want to bash on them because that's all they know. They don't ever want to build up shit. They just bash. And I've always said, if you're not paying attention to the team, it's easy to bash on every single person. But I've sat here and said, this dude has literally gone around and tried to make it. That's a reason why he ain't getting shit canned right away. It's a reason why fucking Mark and them are like, hey, use your brain. You don't know what's going on behind the back doors. You don't know how this shit's going. Like, we see how the team is. We see where we're getting at, dude, but you don't know if they have a bigger goal in play. You don't know if they sit and say, like, hey, we don't want Jimmy, dude. We just know we can lose with Jimmy because of this team and will put us in the top 5 to grab one of these fucking quarterbacks, dude. And if they're sitting there for realistic at night at tables sitting there, because you know damn well they're having this talk all year long. It ain't just one fucking day. It's all year. And you know damn well that they're sitting there saying, like, hey, can you win with this quarterback? What about that quarterback? If Caleb doesn't come here, what if you get this guy? If we're in the top 5, can you get a win with one of these guys? Like, is one of these dudes a dude that can be a franchise quarterback? Josh be like, yeah, I can win with fucking any 5 of those dudes. Like, that's the thing you guys don't understand. And I keep saying this. Vegas might have a bigger goal out there. Vegas has, they don't own the stadium, dude. Like, they are bringing money there, but they're bringing it to a team that ain't even recognized as a Vegas team. The way teams are more recognized than our home team. I've said this a bunch of times, dude. Like, people sit and say, like, Raider games are too expensive. I don't want to go to, you don't want to go pay for Jimmy. We all know that. You don't want to give $600 up to go pay for Jimmy. I don't. I got season tickets. I don't even want to go watch the damn dude. So, damn right, I feel you 100%. But at the same time, if you're sitting there saying that Caleb Williams, Drake Mays, Bo Nix, fucking, God, Washington, fucking, Michael Penix, fucking, any of those dudes, Daniels from frickin' LSU, any of those guys are there, dude, you're gonna pay to go watch that first game. Guarantee it, dude. You're gonna pay. You're gonna give $600,000, $700,000, $800,000, dude. People are gonna pay to be up there, dude, because they're like, hey, this is a rookie, dude. This is somebody that we want to see now. It ain't somebody we didn't pick these guys. I said, even in my post I just put out recently, is I've said, I didn't have an issue with giving up Carr. Like, I love Carr, dude. Like, he's a good quarterback. I like him a lot, dude. And I did not agree to go give up Derek Carr for Jimmy G. There's no way you can convince me that I would have made that play in any means. I would have never done it. But I said, listen, if we have to get Jimmy and we got to ship off Carr to get CJ Stroud, I said, I'll do it, man. And I told everybody on the live the whole time, I would trade the first, I would trade the second. I said there were so many outs in there between Chicago and Arizona that we could have jumped off there at any given time and moved up there. And then now you're seeing reports saying that Raiders tried to trade up for CJ Stroud, dude. Like, that's too late because we're not doing it now. We were doing it then. So I don't want to do it then. I want to do it now. So the things that I look at is like, you can't go into this draft, and I don't care if Aiden O'Connell's still sitting on the back. He can be a backup, dude. He's a 4th-round pick. I don't care if we traded up. He can be a backup. I can care less, dude. Like, if you're sitting here going into this year's draft, dude, and you're sitting here saying, like, hey, we can literally have a legitimate shot at one of these 4 or 5 quarterbacks, I would be content with it because I'd be like, okay, Ace, I'm fine. I'm fine that you moved off the car for one of these guys because now one of these dudes we get to look at for 5 years as our quarterback. But if you're telling me, like, we moved off car, that we moved off a car because we were fucking because we want to go get fucking Jimmy? No, you're crazy as hell. You got to be more crazy than anything out there. There's no way I'm down for that. So, and that's all I'm saying. Like, you have to look at the bigger picture out there. It doesn't matter if we can win right now. Do you want to win and stay with Jimmy? Like, that's what our plan is. We win, stay with Jimmy, and then 2 years from now, we still have jack shit. Like, hell no, dude. I'm not cool with that, dude. I'm not. And I don't care. I put a lot of money in my team. I stand by my team more than I'm not good with that, dude. I will take an L this year. I have no issue, dude. You don't have to sit here and talk to me to convince me. Like, you don't have to convince me, dude. The talent that's there, sitting here in the QB position, I would take that in a heartbeat. I don't care. Give me one of any of them, dude. They're better than any guy we have here right now. And you want to go win Super Bowls after that? Great, dude. Devontae want to be able to get open when he's not even open because Jimmy just standing in the pocket. Well, guess what? 3 or 4 of these quarterbacks will run him open. 3 or 4 of these quarterbacks will run him open. They'll run out to the outside, be like, hey, get downfield, fucking run back. Oops, bam, right to him. Like, that's the difference. What's Jimmy going to do? Oh, fuck. Man, Derek Carr all over again. And Raider fans are cool with that? Like, that's crazy as hell. I think that's fucking nuts as shit, dude. Like, we gave up one pussy for another pussy. Like, straight up, dude. And then people are like, yeah, but he gets pussy. That's where you dumb as hell. That's where you dumb as hell because it don't matter if he gets it or not. He ain't doing shit on the field. That's what fucking matters. But you don't want to go get a quarterback in the draft, but you want to support this motherfucker. You guys are crazy as hell. Like, I swear to God, they're the biggest meth-taking motherfuckers out there, dude. Like, this guy can't play. He cannot play football, dude. Like, I don't care what he does. Go out there, dude. Derek Carr has been here. He's always been putting up big numbers while he's been here, and we still haven't won. This guy's going to put up 14, 17, 20, and then he's going to get one game. People are like, oh, look. And then I'm like, yep, there we go. We got the Meek Robinson effect here where it's like, man, he showed up last week in the fucking Green Bay, but does he show up for any other game the rest of the year? Because that's what this guy does, dude. Like, I've always said, I'm not a big Meek fan. Meek does show up more time and not in big game moments, but he don't show up until like 15 games later. So that's the kind of shit I have an issue with, and I'm not cool with that shit. I'm not cool with having a quarterback that's going to go out and put up 4 fucking touchdowns in one fucking game, ain't done it in 5 years, and we're like, oh, look, see what he did? Nah, hell no. Like today. If he goes up and put out 4 or 5 touchdowns, people are like, oh, look, Jimmy's back. No, he's not. He just played piece of shit fucking team. Like, I don't see how you don't understand that. But you see, the reason you get fake fans because they don't know the teams that this team played before. They don't know who they are. They just go, oh, that's the Patriots, man, Bill over there. They don't know nothing about them anymore, dude. They just know what they've done in 20 years. So that's how they speak about the team. They don't know that they're one of the worst, second worst in the NFL right now. And then we're going to go against them. Like, that we should win this game easily, dude. Where they have our defense ranked 15th? What's theirs? Like 30th? Like, you see, like, that's the whole thing. Like, people ain't paying attention to that shit. Mac Jones ain't even put up any fucking points the whole time. He put up 3 points in 2 games, dude. Like, Jimmy's done better than that. Fuck, Jimmy done better than that. He put up more points. He put up more points in 1 game and a concussion than fucking Mac Jones is playing on the field. So we should most definitely win this game. Like, there's no doubt. And that's why I keep saying about all these fake-ass fans out there, dude. People just want to hop on and just ride teams. Like, I don't want to do that, man. Like, I want to talk about my team as real as physically possible. I want to be able to sit here and say, like, hey, man, dude, if we're going to be able to win 5 or 6 games that are realistically winning games, fine. Where does it put us in the draft? Are we in the top 5? Are we in 10? Like, where are we at, dude? And then at one point, this is where I would have to revert back again, where me as the fan and probably like the GM, like, is like, there's got to be a point where you got to sit and say, you have to sit and say at a certain point, 8 wins is only the last place in the losers category for draft picks. If we're down in fucking 4 or 5 wins, dude, like we're getting a better draft pick. That's facts, dude. And you can't change your quarterbacks. Like I said, in the 20th pick in the draft, I don't think. At least I don't think you could. I've always said, like, people sit here and act like, oh, look at Purdy. Okay, but what about all the other quarterbacks that came before Purdy? What about all those guys that all came before him ain't doing shit? So, like, I hate when people do that shit, dude. Like, you had fucking 10 other guys going that were way higher up, went to better teams. Well, I want to say better team because Shanahan's team's pretty good. But like I said, they didn't go to all bad teams, and they're not doing shit. So I don't like when people use analogies like that because you're just negating, the other 15 motherfuckers that went before that guy, So I don't like that. And I always feel like when you're looking at teams, you got to look at it for the best that you have. You have the highest success to get a player to build off of in the top. And even in the top, just go back in history. It doesn't matter if there's 5 quarterbacks in those top 5 picks, dude. More times than not, it's maybe one guy that does anything. And guess what? There's even been years where there's been a big old fat goose egg that's done nothing. So that's why I say, like, you got to take the best guy we can get available, man. Like, the best guy. And that'll fit here. And then if you go get, like, a Bo Nix, you're going to have to know right away, like, you have to build an offensive line. And I've even said, like, if you're going to go for a quarterback in this upcoming draft, I don't care how any Raider fan feels, I would blow this whole thing up. I mean, I would literally take a grenade, chuck it in the fire, dude, and just fucking blow them all up. I would change the line. I would change the players. I would change everything because I would rather have the youth try to come in kind of like the Bengals kind of deal, young quarterback, young receivers, young players, like, I'd rather just see that than keep us bringing in old ass dudes. Like since 2000, well, he's done it before, but mostly in the 2000 era, you can go back and look at how Al brought in a lot of guys that were in their 30s, 32, 35 years old. I've always said Warren Sapp was probably the truest Raider that came to us, dude, that played the same way. Like, Sapp played the same way as he did in Tampa as he did for us. Like, he was a true player. I always said that, dude. Like, other guys came here, quit on the line, quit on the plays, because they were getting paid big-ass money, dude. And that's why you get these Raider fans that are like, where's the big contract? Where's the big – those big contracts have only killed us. They've only killed us, dude. And I feel like if you want change and you want to be better, dude, you can't keep doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over and expecting a different result. That's what they call the definition of insanity. So I think if you're going to acknowledge where the issue is, which I can easily acknowledge it. I mean, I don't even own the team. I can most definitely acknowledge it. I feel like when you look at why a lot of these other teams have high successes, is because they did that. It's like with the Dolphins, right? The Dolphins blew that deal up, started drafting all kinds of people. Flores was bringing in people. Flores wanted to get rid of fucking Tua. He wanted to get rid of numerous dudes, and they finally ended up letting him go. Brought in Goofy over here, and this dude changed that whole entire team around. They got way better energy. Their team's playing way better football, dude. Like, and that's why I say this dude
has 2 touchdowns today.
Yeah, and they're a very explosive fucking team. So that's all I'm saying. Let's fucking go Browns. What happened to the Browns? Browns just picked it. Who did they pick? Who are they playing?
Brock Purdy, dumbass. Niners may lose.
Ooh, that's a good one. But that's all I say is like if we're gonna be real to being able to get back to greatness, dude. I feel like I've said this, and Al, everybody on the show knows it. I've always said, like, if all you do is keep taking off a dirty Band-Aid and putting on a clean one, dude, you're not fixing the problem. Eventually that bitch gonna get gangrene, and that's what we have is gangrene here, dude. Like, this shit's turning into gangrene, and we're sitting here blaming coaches and blaming things where we boosted up the offense, but we fucking picked this dink ass quarterback, dude. I've sat here and yelled and said, why is Aiden not playing in that bitch? Even with the game he struggled against that damn Chargers game, dude, he still had a chance to tie that game at the end. So, like, those type of things are like, okay, man, why in the hell is fucking Jimmy here? And people sit here and say, like, well, Jimmy's here because you paid him. He restructured his contract. He wears $6 million. Get on the fucking bench, motherfucker. Like, I don't give a fuck what you're doing, dude. Like, sit your ass down, Like, those are things that I don't have an issue with, dude, because I played the game. I know what it takes. Like, you can't sit here and put a dollar sign behind a guy and then say, I'm going to go do this. Like, Al did that with Jamarcus, and I understand his justification with that. We were already sucking, so he already knew he was shafted, so he didn't really give a shit. He was like, I'll play this motherfucker till he gets hurt. Literally what he said. So wasn't trading him, wasn't sitting him. He said, I'll play him till he gets hurt, dude. He don't really give a shit. So he wasn't just to watch his money walk away. So, and that's all I'm saying. Like, we got to get away from that type of mentality, dude. Like, yeah, Al did it to serve a purpose, dude. It's his team. Mark, this isn't Mark's team. I don't care if they say Mark owns the team. There's nothing about Mark that shows any type of leadership within this fucking team. People got to start taking accountability, dude. Like, if it ain't fucking Mark, and I keep saying, what accountability can Mark offer players in the locker room? You think Max and them, they're just going to laugh at him. When Mark turns around and walks out, they're going to laugh at him. Will they respect him while he's in there? Hell yeah, they will, because they know that he signs their check. But the second he walks out, they're all going to be saying, like, this guy don't know what he's talking about. He ain't a fucking coach. He ain't do shit. He just got this from his dad. That's the talk they're having in their lockers the second this motherfucker walks out. I've even said, why do you think they advocate for Tom Brady so hard, dude? I believe, dude, that Tom Brady will own this team sooner or later. And I've said it, if Tom Brady walks down into that locker room and yells at a motherfucker about making faults on the line, or where that fucking lineman or the quarterback or people are going to listen to him. People are going to listen to him instantly, because they're going to say, like, hey, this dude got 7 fucking rings, dude, and he's been on the line, and he's literally told dudes just like me what he's saying right now. Like, they take accountability. And I've said, like, when people sit here and talk about just win, baby, like, that's fucking Tom's motto, dude. Just win, dude. Like, I don't give a fuck. People say, well, he cheated. Good. Al said, if you ain't cheating, you ain't fucking trying. He said, Al said in the 80s, number one fucking rule is cheating. And if you don't know what rule 1 is, if you look at rule 2 and you don't remember what rule 1 is, revert back to rule 1. Like, he don't give a fuck. So people sit here and imply, like, oh, hey, that's just part of football. I've always said, if you ain't cheating, you ain't fucking trying. If you ain't pushing gray areas, you just a fucking sheep, dude. You're the dude in the background trying to follow everybody else. Like, these dudes get where they're at, dude. It's just like Al said. He said, I want to dominate everything in life but death, because I can. But everything else, I want to dominate that shit. Exactly what he said. Where's Mark say that shit? What's Mark say? I want to dominate a fucking bucket of chicken wings. Like, fuck, I want to get this fucking, blonde bitch over here. And the deal is that what we're about is just dudes getting bitches, dude. Him fucking being 70, I can care less. I have a woman. I have kids. Give a fuck about him getting bitches. I don't care. I care about the team winning. That's what I care about. And I've always said, like, if you're taking out the real concept of football, you're just looking past the whole entire thing. I've said, if you had Tom Brady and motherfucking Mark in the locker room, players are instantly going to respect Tom more than they do Mark. Hands down, out of even a debate, dude. Like, when Al was coming up through his time, I keep saying, like, people got to quit judging Al like we judge, like, Garoppolo coming here. I've said it. You have to judge him here. I've said, you can't judge Brady Al at his end. You can't do that. What you need to do is take Al back to where he started at and see where the fuck Brady and him were both at that point in life, and watch how much that shit mirrors each other. You'd be mind blown how much it does, dude. Like, and that's the thing. Are we sitting here keep trying to say, like, we want to win, but you never want to change nothing. We want to win, but we want to have the same fucking think-ass motherfuckers. I've said, why do you think a guy wants to advocate his money, millions of fucking dollars, for a guy if all these guys sit here and say, like, oh, he doesn't know what he's doing? Tom Brady's like, fuck you guys. I'll put in $100 million or fucking $500 million for Josh. That's his coach. He's paying for him. He's the one fucking doing that. And he knows, Tom knows that, hey, I've been behind this guy. I know how he operates, and we need to give him the shit to operate that way. That's what he's saying. If we can give him that, we can have a winning deal. But when Brady and them sit down at the table and Mark and them are convincing him to buy shit into that team, there's no way Brady sits there and says, yep, you guys are just like the Niners. You're just me away from winning Super Bowls. You're just one player away. Fuck no. Fuck no. Brady can go and probably buy into the Niners. He can probably go buy into the Niners, no doubt about it. But Brady sits down at that table and he knows, like, hey, we're a long fucking ways away. How about you guys hit Brady up privately in Instagram, Twitter, wherever you can contact him, and just ask him, hey, can you just answer privately? Are we one player away from Super Bowl and the Raiders? He'd probably laugh. He'd probably send you the laughing emoji, dude. Like, And any person to believe that is just delusional as hell. Like Brady knows, like, hey, if we keep these type of players here and we're able to restructure our team, we can be a winning team. That's why he wants to buy into it. Brady didn't just say, hey, man, let me come over there, which I've done nothing but win in my life, and then now all I want to do is just get ticket sales. He can give a fuck about them ticket sales, dude. Like, he already got his gym there. He has his shit there, dude. Like, that's the thing, dude. He wants to be part of something he feels they can change, dude. And I said Bill might be on his way out, dude, and he knows GM shit, dude. Like, you can bring him over and put him on the panel for scouting players. Fucking, I would not put him on the roster. No way, no how. But
I was gonna say, Dustin. Regardless, though, Tom Brady knows we're gonna sell tickets regardless. So that's not even his worry. You know, this
that's
team.
Fact. The sales are gonna sell regardless, with them or not.
You said, we're not close to winning, so we have a ways to go. And anyone that's gonna try and tell you that we're close to winning, we got problems because this team, they haven't shown to me a reason to give this team any credit so far as saying, you know, oh, we've played really well this year at all. I'll be the first one to say, you know, we're not worthy of playing in January. So we really have a long ways to go for, you know, we have to show up today, and it starts with today. We have to dominate. We can't just come out here with sorry ass.
Hey, just to let
we're averaging 16 points a game, guys.
Is out of the game.
So my point comes out. We have to put a whooping up on the Patriots. Like, we can't
and
come out here.
We've not even played anybody to advocate we're ready for January in any way, shape, or fucking form.
And I'm saying, man, when we did face someone that was worthy of playing in January, and the Buffalo Bills, they fucking swept us. They put the belt to their ass, bro.
And our team was all healthy, and they were ranking us as one of the best offensive lines coming out of that fucking Broncos game. There was nothing wrong with our team. We got dog swept, dude. Like, motherfucker, we got owned.
And like I said, we can't come out here with a 17-13 win. I'm not gonna be impressed with that. I'd be a little more mad about that win because, you know, are we like Devontae had said, you know, when are we gonna start to really show up and, you know, have a convincing win? We haven't had one, so.
Honestly, guys, if we show up today and we lose against the Patriots, in my opinion, the Patriots are a bottom 3 team in the entire NFL.
They are.
I mean,
they're the second or third worst team right now.
They're just awful, dude.
I mean, we looked at their.
What's the score? 72-3. The last.
Yeah, that's what they got outscored the last 2 games.
I mean, you can't lose to this team. You just can't.
No.
I don't. Like, you just can't. Like,
we haven't been outscored that much, and we ain't been beat up that bad. So why in the hell would we all of a sudden just have it happen to us now?
Yeah.
No, and my point is, like, I get it if we win, okay, right? But, like, my thing is, I want a convincing win. Like, I don't want 17-13 because that's not showing me anything other than we still have a long ways to go. And, you know, like Dustin said, I would rather 100% see Aiden O'Connell right now playing than Jimmy G, because if Aiden O'Connell was out here today, I would have a lot more faith that we're going to go out there and we're going to actually show up and put up 20-plus points. I don't know if we can do that because we haven't shown that. We have no reason to believe we're going to do that.
All right, Dustin, I'm about to bounce. I got to go get ready for this game.
All right, dude. Frickin' the other thing is, too, is Jimmy ain't done it.
You don't talk to me no more, Al. You just forget
Salute
about
Cortez.
that.
Dude. Give me a leader, dude.
All
you know how
and at the same time, I sit here and say, like, he's not over there putting up points. Like, it's not like he scored 17 points. In all reality, he only scored 7 because they got a field goal and Josh got a rushing touchdown in that game. So he ain't out there. He's not scoring like those putting up 17 or 21 points. He's barely putting up 7 and 10.
Well, before
and then we're sitting here saying like the offense as a whole is putting up 15, 16 points. It's not just him,
No, it's not. I was going to say, though, before the game against the Chargers, we were only averaging 15 with Jimmy G. We're still pathetic. So, I don't know, man. I don't want to see
this team has way better players than 15 points per game.
That's what I'm saying.
Carr took Mac Hollins and got him 700 points, dude, or 700 yards, and that's most in his whole career.
Don't forget, Dustin, that 2018 Jordy Nelson and Seth Roberts, dude. He still threw for 4,000. Like, I mean,
that's why I have such a massive issue with this.
And I would even say in Carr's MVP year, I wouldn't say the weapons that year were as deep as this year. So, like, again, I mean, from last year to this year, right? We go from a better quarterback with a worse, I would say, overall offense to a better overall offense with a worse quarterback, and we regress 7 points, 8 points. So, it shows that this coaching isn't the problem. I think we need to really get a real quarterback in there, like from this class.
I mean, report what this shows. What this shows is that defenses don't respect Jimmy G. That's what this shows.
Well, yeah,
right?
that's been since week one, man.
You're gonna stack the box, and you're gonna dare that dude to beat you with.
And Josh Jacobs ain't doing shit either.
Simple.
And you don't think Bill don't know that? You don't think Bill that drafted this motherfucker ain't about to just fucking pop this motherfucker right in the mouth? You don't think you don't know that?
He's licking his fucking chops, dude. He's licking his chops today.
Yeah, he was definitely gonna pop him.
If he had Matthew Judon, I'd be a lot more scared of this.
I don't even think he needs him. I don't think he needs him, man.
No, I don't think he does, but I'm saying if they still had Matthew Judon and Christian Gonzalez, I don't think we'd score 14 today. I'll be honest.
I got a weird feeling Patriots gonna squash us because Bill knows how to stop McDaniels and Jimmy. Plus, our defense is overrated right now. Well, I think Bill will most definitely have a game against us for sure. I mean, like I said, even we played him last year in Carr. We played him last year. Carr and them didn't really do. It was fucking look. They would have beat us last year. It was just that fucking Myers wanted to play for the Raiders, so he threw the ball to Chandler. That was all. He knew he wasn't going to be a fucking Patriot, so he's like, fuck it, I'll be a Raider next year, and this is the way I'm going to go get paid.
I'm going to get my recognition.
Yeah, he's like, hey, Josh, here you go. Remember that when he's sitting at that table? Remember that throw? Remember that? Yeah. So
nah, man. Listen, man. I'll be honest. Even without Matthew Judon and Christian Gonzalez, I'm not really hopeful for this offense heading into this game.
Dude, they got hella players out. That's not just the two guys. They got fuck half their squad out, dude. Like,
well, even
they got all kind of guys out of that game.
I haven't seen that full injury report, but it doesn't matter because even without all those guys, we're still probably not going to score 20.
I know. Hey, we're over here talking about how we're going to beat up on motherfuckers, dude, and half their teammates.
We're going to listen. You know what, man? I'm almost willing, and like as a Raider fan, I'm saying this. We're gonna get our asses beaten by the Lions, man. Like, and because everyone is so. Like, they keep talking about how this defense is showing up, man.
Bears, Pizzle, but fucking, I mean, what Bears are showing up, you know? Like, that's the thing that irritates the hell out of me, man.
Man, if the Bears
that's the thing why I keep saying, man, I'm going to keep saying it. And I don't care what people say or how they want to talk about me or not, because I talk about real football. I don't sit here and talk how other people feel. I've said it the whole entire time, man. Our team ain't played fucking nobody. We played a bunch of 1-4 teams, dude. We played 2 and 3 teams, dude, that are being broke down. Like, the only team that did put the beating was the Bills because they're a real team. And that's why I keep saying how people want to view things or view how they want to view our team because they want to look at stats and say, well, look what they did in Green Bay. And they kept that team's garbage, dude. They weren't doing shit, and it showed. And we struggled multiple times in that. So to sit here and act like, oh, we're just so good. I mean, that's how I hate how when I talk football with Raider fans, they're like, look at how we're played shit teams, bro. Like, do you want me to sit here and say that, man, look how good the team is when I go and say, hey, man, go pull up the fucking NFL records and then where are they ranked? Oh, yeah, that's right. They're fucking 28, 29, 30, 31st, 32nd. You want me to act like, oh, we just beat somebody. Fuck no, you beat trash. You beat trash, bro. Like, the only time when you did play a good team, got your ass beat. So I'm not going to sit and negligate those type of conversations or those things. Like, I'm going to sit there and say, like, yeah, and then we're going to go into these next 5 games. You should be able to beat half these damn teams. They're all garbage anyways. How about the next 5 after that? I ain't going to be talking that bullshit. Fucking not going to be having that same energy, dude, because this team ain't that good. Chiefs probably going to stomp us down, dude. Fucking Vikings, even them losing by 1-point games, they're probably going to still beat us. And like I said, they got better teams going down the stretch. And, like, people are posting up right now. They're like, and this is another thing I hate. People are posting up, and this is why, you know, just people want clicks and want views and things. They're like, posting up, oh, the Raiders have the 5th hardest schedule. You dumb as hell. I spoke about this in the offseason. I said, yeah, you can rank that shit the 5th hardest if all those teams are healthy. I've said it the whole time. What indicates that this is the 5th hardest schedule in the NFL when every team we play is 1-4, 2-3, and only one is 3-2. What part of that fucking says that's the hardest schedule in the NFL? It don't say nothing about that. What over these next 5 games indicate it's the hardest schedule in the NFL? Over the next 5 games, I would actually say it's got to be one of the easiest. I would imply
if we don't come out of these, if we don't come out of these,
1-4, fucking 4-1, fucking 2-3, and 1-4. Well, 1-4 and 2-3. But what the hell in that says that that's one of the toughest schedules in football?
Yeah, well, if we come out of these next 5 games under 3-2, yeah, that shit would be you got to win 3 of these next 5 at least. But even then, like, I don't think, even with today's game, it's tough to even say because I picked us to win. But I mean, I'm not really like I'm not 100% on that one because this team still has played down to their competition and they still haven't played a game complete. They haven't played a complete game yet.
I'd be incredibly disappointed if we lose against the Patriots, dude. Like, you just can't lose against such a shitty ass team like this.
Yeah, I've always said,
but I think we're right next year with them.
Everybody is allowed to their opinion, man. But it doesn't. There's nothing over this. See, look, I'm not delusional when it comes to football. See, like, this is the things I look at. For people to imply that our team is doing better defensively, right? That's what they're claiming. They say, hey, Raiders are doing good defensively. They're fucking playing good right now, right? How about we just back up 1 year? Just hop back 1 year to the exact games we just played and show me where it's different against those teams. There's nothing that indicates we're better. So if we weren't better then, we're not better now. And the only thing that makes us look better is, and just like I say, we look good at sucking. Patrick Graham kept multiple teams last year scoreless in 2 quarters. Multiple. So to sit here and imply like, oh man, look what he did in the Charger. He gave up 24 fucking points in the first half. What, you just forget that? Did they just forget that shit? Like, oh, look, he kept the second half scoreless. Who cares? He didn't need to fucking score. Motherfuckers already beat you in the first half. They don't need to, dude. Like, those are things I'm not sitting here. So if we backed up and we went back to the first game of the season last year against the Chargers, right? Well, what were they? The first game when these were the third? So we go back 1 year ago and we say, what was the score? 19-25? What the fuck was the difference in the game this year and that year? Nothing. What was the difference in the Steelers game? With Jacobs, with the way the offense played, with the way the defense? Nothing. Same damn game. Same game as last year as this year. To imply the team gets better means that the team getting better in those games. That's how you would have to judge it. But to sit here and say like, oh man, they got a team score. No, I don't care. I can bring up 5 games that had the same damn thing. I can bring up the Arizona game. I can bring up the Chiefs fucking game. 17-0 all the way to the second quarter with 9:38, dude. And then bam, what do you know? 30-29 game. Like, I don't care how people want to sit here and look at 2 games and cut off how they view a stat line. Listen, the average consists of all the games. The average does not just say, hey man, you can go in there and just choice pick 3 games out of the 5. So whatever 3 you want to pick, that's going to give you the best average. That's not how the NFL works. It does not work that way. The way the NFL works is that you're going to go into those games. You're going to say, take the average of all the games you played. And then when you take those averages, you put that average up. And then you're going to take another average. You're going to take the average of those teams, just like I said. So if we bring up the strength of schedule, and then we say this was claimed to be the toughest schedule. No, it's not. They're going to debunk it instantly because they're going to say, okay, in these first 5 games that the Raiders have played, none of them outside the Bills is fucking in a top team. The Pittsburgh's going to be because of defensively, but fuck, their offense is straight trash, dude. But outside of that, there's nothing indicates that the Broncos were. There's nothing that indicates of the other games. So that's how. And then these next 5 games going to come up. That's going to offset your average massively because they're going to sit and say, look at these teams that are playing strength of schedule that are in the top 5. And what about a guy's schedule that said when he started the year, they said you have the 17th hardest or the 17th hardest. What if this is the 5th now? Because they don't have injuries and their players are playing good inside there. It doesn't mean just because somebody said we're the hardest in the beginning, it doesn't mean that's how it is the whole year. How is there any football fan going to look at our schedule and look at the players we're playing right now and say, yep, that's the hardest schedule? Bullshit. We're playing injury-plagued, broken-ass fucking teams. Nobody's showing up. Even in this next 5 games, the Detroit is the only game. Detroit's the only game. And listen, I gamble on my team all the time. I gamble in there. So I get it how people want to go out there and just say like, oh yeah, that's not how it works, man. I don't win the money I win because I fucking sit here and falsify shit to myself over a fan. I don't win that kind of money, dude. I win the money because I'm true to myself as how I look at the team. So when I talk on my team, I talk on it just like I would bet on the motherfucker. There's nothing here that indicates this game is tough. There's nothing here that indicates this game to be any good whatsoever against our team. This is a dog shit game. That's what it is. So to sit here and say win, loss, or not, dude, like, we lose. I don't know how they're going to view that shit. But I don't think Josh is going to get fired, dude. I've said it. I think Josh is here, dude. I mean, people can advocate Josh. They'll advocate a different player, dude. They'll do just like fucking Gruden, where people were sitting there talking that shit. Fucking Patrick Graham had his, or Paul Gunther had his deal. They ended up shipping him in year 2. Brought in Paul Gunther. I mean, this is how the NFL works, dude. I mean, I've said it when people go down and put graphs on the table and say that, hey, man, last year's offense was the 12th best with fucking dink-ass players. Even with the struggling offense that we have, it's still better than the defense. Like, I get people want to say, like, man, the defense is ranked in the 15th, dude, but we're dead last in interceptions. We're dead last in fucking, third and fourth third down turnover ratios. Like, we are dead last in certain key deals. They're only sitting here saying, like, the offense or the pass on the defense is good. Why are they not saying that the defensive run is garbage as fuck? Like, they're like 28th or 25th, somewhere way the fuck back there. Yeah,
they're
30, so like we're sitting here just looking at we're just looking at one deal and sitting here acting like, oh, this defense getting so much better. No, it's not. These motherfuckers are struggling hardcore in third and fourth down fucking deals. Look it up. Stats right there. It's not gonna lie. Don't just look up at 1 and 2 quarters. Look up the average of the team, because that's how you look up the fucking team. And that's why I say these guys can go over here and say, oh, these last 3 games, good. They're garbage fucking teams. Like, they're garbage, dude. Listen, if Aaron Rodgers was in that Packers game and had fucking Watson and fucking Dobbs, they would beat our ass. And it's not like we just went over there on Green Bay and put this ass beating to them. We struggled, they fucking struggled. They got down there, they didn't score. We got down there, didn't fucking score. Like, I keep saying this. Like, dudes are like, Josh McDaniel's not a good coach. If Josh is not a good coach, how in the fuck did Jimmy G have 4 shots in the third quarter in the red zone alone just in there? How's that not a good coach? Hell, fuck, not even that. How the fuck did he get down in the last 6 minutes of the game and give Jimmy G 3 chances to score in that motherfucking red zone? Where does that imply this man not a good coach? I would say this quarterback is garbage, just like we said with Carr. Listen, if you said it with Carr, it goes the same way with this guy. There is no just, oh, Carr has this wall and this barrier built up, so everybody puts this whole deal, and then this motherfucker don't have nothing. No, he's doing it worse. He's doing it worse, dude. Like, no, hell fucking no. We're not doing that shit here, dude. We're not put up a wall and say it's not all right for him, but it's okay for him. Hell no, there ain't no wall here. There's no wall here. It's real life shit. He fucks up, that means he fucks up. That's how it works, dude. It's all right him, but it's not all right for him. You raise your kids that way? Hell no. I wouldn't sit there and tell my daughter, hey, you can do that, but she can't. Oh, hell no. I tell her straight up, you can't, you can't. That's how it works.
It's got to be the same.
People, how the hell are you going to get accountability out of them? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Has to be. It has to be. These guys are grown-ass men. They play the sport their whole entire life, dude. They went from pee-wee to high school to college. They know how the damn deal goes. It's not just automatically get to the NFL and, okay, I can fuck off now. No, you're getting paid millions of dollars. You need to play better than you played ever in your life now. Like, that's the things. I hate how we just think about accountability of players. Like, you can't do that.
Yo, Dustin, so about the defense, I was going to say I think the true mark of a good defense where we could actually say, hey, you know what, we have a good defense is how we perform against a good offense, right?
Detroit will tell you where your team's at, man. Detroit will most definitely tell you where your team's at.
That's the proper barometer, right? It's like if you're at school and you're like, hey, you know what, this kid's a fucking great student, but he's acing PE, let that dude ace calculus. That's when I'll fucking know if he's a good student, right? Like if he's fucking.
And you're right, Fizzle, we will. And that's what it's about, dude, is seeing if they do. And I've said it. I'll eat crow if Jimmy or Graham gets the shit. I'll eat it, dude. But I always say,
me too.
I don't just hop ahead of games. I don't, man. I play this game my whole life, dude. I don't hop ahead of games. So for me, I've said it, until we get to like here, like a Pokey saying right here, you have to go against teams that matter. Like it's Tyreek and Waddle. So like this is what I've said. Are we comparing ourselves against the Broncos that are not in the playoffs, or are we comparing ourselves against the Bills that are in the playoffs? Like, that's how I look at the game. Like, I don't look at the Bronco game and say, boy, man, we kept it down to one score game at the end of that deal. We win, but you ain't been in the playoffs for the last fucking 15 years. And we're over here go play the Bills that are in the playoffs every single year, and we just get right off the damn board. Then we're sitting here comparing the teams that we just played. None of them are going to the playoffs. Maybe Pittsburgh defensively, if they're able to do it, but let's be real, Pickett sucks, dude. They're getting toasted out there once they get to the playoffs.
I think what's
dude.
happened.
So
I think what's also happened, Dustin, is right over the past fucking decade plus, we've had such a depleted defense. So whenever we get a defense that could keep teams under 20, we automatically think like, oh my gosh, we have like this like world beater defense, right? And I think it's like the skewed perception of having such a bad defense over the course of, you know, a decade plus. And now we have a defense that's keeping certain teams under 20. But keep in mind, these are teams that have pretty deficient offenses to begin with. The Broncos can't do shit. The Packers aren't, you know, a world beater offense by any means either. The Steelers aren't either, but by the way, they beat us. They ended up beating us. And so the strong offenses that we faced this year, which has really, I would say, like the Bills and the Chargers, they ended up beating us. And I think they could have scored more points. I think the Chargers actually could have scored more points, but we ended up getting, I think, pretty lucky on a couple of drives. So if you look at how we've performed against strong, viable offenses this year, you know, we've lost. We lost against the Bills. We lost against the Chargers. Now for this game against the Patriots, I mean, we have to keep these guys under like 17. I'd be shocked if the Patriots scored over 17 points on us. Like they're just not a good offense. They can't get anything going. Now,
and this is something I would bring up too, like with Herbert, right? Herbert, when he starts the game, he's able to do everything he needs to do as a quarterback with his left hand and his finger being fractured. So when he's sitting there and he got to pump on and throw out and pick up or fucking go to the deal because they have to get the ball this fucking way, they can't fucking get it any other way. So he has to fucking get it. He's using that left hand the whole time. Before the hand was fucking fractured in the first half, he put up 24 on target hits, hitting dudes clean as fuck. He destroyed our defense. Our defense didn't even matter. Then coming in the second half, dude, with the fractured hand, now he can't get his hand on the ball, can't get a sack because a lot of guys put their hand on it to reset their grip hand before they're going to throw, and he can't even do that now. Again, Tom Brady and Jimmy G have this same pattern. They do this shit their whole career, dude, where they double touch the ball before they get rid of it. And you look at it, dude, in that game, the minute that Herbert's hand got injured, he overthrew players. He was underthrowing. Herbert don't do that shit. So to just act like our defense put fear into this guy that automatically just changes play style is crazy as hell. I don't understand why people don't look at why it happened, dude. If I even said it, how about you just took Herbert out, just like I say about Jacobs showing up injured and wants to play, only gets 30 yards. Take Herbert out, put in the backup quarterback, whoever the fuck it is, and watch. I bet he goes and scores a touchdown because why? He don't have that on him. He has adrenaline of the team going. That touchdown would have separated our whole team, whole conversations, whole everything. So that's all I'm saying. I don't look past this shit because those are real things. And to act like you're going to go into the playoffs and play teams like the fucking Broncos, no. You're playing teams that are fucking fully jetted to go, bro. Like that, like I said, the Dolphins would just love to put 70 on us in the playoffs, dude. Like that would go down in history as one of the greatest ass beatings ever, probably in the playoffs. And that's the kind of shit where I'm like, nope, I ain't trying to go down that road. Like I already know we're not the Niners. Like I know that right now. I know we're not even the Dolphins. I know we're not the Bills. I know we're not any of these fucking guys. So what makes you think I want to just go show up there to get my ass beat by them? I'm cool, man. Like I understand we are little ways off, probably a lot of ways off, but I'm not just cool for getting beat up, dude. And I'm not cool for getting beat up on national television and everybody sitting here saying, oh, see, them Raiders suck. Couldn't even get 3 points in that game when they wouldn't put up 30 on them. You know, like I'm cool on that shit. I can sit back and say, man, our quarterback sucks, dude. We have a good offense and that guy sucks dick. We have defense. We have good players, but we do not have a good defense. There's no way in hell. There's nothing that indicates that. Our damn defensive tackles can't tackle nobody. Couldn't tackle, dude. If you pay to, oh, that's right, we pay millions, they still can't do it. So what initiative are you giving them to tackle a player? And it's not like we're sitting here expecting Byron Young. I expect Byron Young not to be able to tackle guys. But what about Tillery and them been here for like, 5, 7 years? Dude should know how to tackle. That's how they got here. That's why they're called defensive tackles. And we're just sitting here acting like, nope, none of that shit matters, dude. Like, no, it matters 100%, dude. If Diablo and fucking Spillane weren't playing them inside lines like they are, we would be getting our ass torched, dude. Like, torch. So those guys are playing phenomenal ball, dude. Like I said, people don't really realize how good a season Robert Spillane and Diablo are having right now. Like, they are fucking having a phenomenal season right now as those two linebackers on the same damn team. So it just shows that we're lacked in all kinds of spots. And then, like, I hate to even bring this up, but man, don't get me wrong, if fucking get to a point where Nate Hobbs becomes a liability on our team too, dude. That they signed Tyler Hall. Now they're advocating him in more and more. He's actually having good games, playing good football. And then Hobbs is still popping up injured, dude. He's popped up injured the year before. He's popping up injured now. Like, and I get it that they're moving him around and doing things, but sometimes when you still got to look at the player's injury accountability. And then you're going to sit here and say, I think he might be on one of his last years in his contract. So he's going to be in the next year or so, on before we have to pay him too. So, I mean, shit, man, I want to sit here and start saying, like, that's why I've said, like, I know how people's feelings are about the team and players, but, dude, I think we're, like, right at the most crucial point in our team that this is what I would say. We're not a player away. We're not. We're fucking cornerbacks. We're defensive tackles. We're safeties. We're fucking multiple players away on the defensive side. We're DN away. I mean, we're multiple. It doesn't matter if we got Tyree or how people want to view it. The only spots that I'll just be honest to God that we can literally just say, like, hey, those are proven spots is it's going to be Max Crosby on the fucking DNs. It's going to be Nate Hobbs in the slot corner, not even outside corner, so slot corner. And then you're going to look at Spillane and fucking Diablo, and then you could probably even throw in Masterson over there because he's playing pretty good ball too. But I don't know if I'd be like, yeah, him too. But let's be real, that's it. So that's a massive hole on that defensive side of defensive tackles, DNs, corners, safety. Like, that's massive. It's not just one dude over there. So when I'm sitting here looking at it, where people in their minds sit here and think like, oh, if we just get through this hell no, we're gonna need to get through like the next 5 drafts, dude. Like, literally, before we can start literally putting those deals. And not only that, we need to recuperate like some massive money. Like, we need to have like $90 million on the books, where we can go out and start bringing in free agents, veteran players, even young players that have up and coming talent, and bring them in too. You know, like, if we don't have no money, you're never going to do it. And changing one player at a year ain't going to do it, because that one year doesn't show up, and then his next one, then the next year they're garbage again. You're going to have to overhaul this team all at one time. And that's why I keep saying, like, these next 2 weeks, man, that Detroit game is going to be massive, because I've said, like, Devontae ain't getting no big games right now. Jacoby is. So if you're looking at it as a team standpoint and you're like, hey, we need to rebuild, we need to recuperate our deals, there's teams out there that can take a guy like Devontae right now, literally, and probably get him to a Super Bowl and win that motherfucker. And if we're sitting here saying like, hey, man, next year, 42 million, 40 million, those are big numbers on our deal. And how do you expect to dude, you can fix the whole defense damn near with his money. $42 million. What is our defense at? 58 million? So if he's at 42 and you getting 42 on top of the 58 over there, that's just one damn player. And then I keep saying it. Jacoby over here doing just damn fine. Jacoby killing it, man. That guy getting all kind of open. He's doing just fine. So that's my point. And then if you were to move Renfro, that's another fucking $12, $15 million back on your books. So now you went from 40 to 55 million. Then you're gonna go move off of Jacobs. Now that's 65 million. Guess what? We have 53 coming back next year. Now we're over 100 and some odd million just off of those 3 damn players. Like, that's all I'm trying to say is if we want to rebuild and do it right, where you can actually go out there and get decent, good backup players, where you're like, okay, in the past we've only been giving $1.5 million players, but now we got enough money back on our books, we can give like a $3 million or $5 million player the backup, to where now we have good backups, reliable backups. You're not just hoping that, oh man, if we draft this guy, he's gonna show up. Man, that's too much shit. You're hoping that every single time we play the damn game, and I'm done doing that. Like, I don't want to do that. I feel like you can do this all at one damn deal. And I've said, if we get to that Detroit game and that game pops up, dude, where we can't, you have to pull the plug. It's just like I said last year about the Chiefs game. The Chiefs game was the defining factor of us pulling the plug. I said it, dude. The second we got out of that Chiefs game, I said, man, like, yeah, I mean, that's facts, Pizzle. I mean, 120 mil this coming year could be a lot, dude. I mean, that's a lot of money back to your team, and especially if you're literally trying. I mean, let's be real. You can push off a Colton Miller, go out there, draft a guy, or even go out and pay another guy some money, dude. Like, you can ship off a lot of these dudes. Like, Colton got a big contract, too. So that's all I'm saying. It can be like 121.
Andre James, too.
Yeah, you can plus, like, what, 5 mil? His only like 5 million a year or so. But what I'm trying to say is like when you put numbers like $120 million, right? And you're looking back to build your team, well, how can you not build it with that? That's how you get all your shit changed. That's how you get superstars in certain levels, dude. That's how you get it. Even as much as I didn't want Bradbury, that's how you get him. You know what I mean? Like, that's how you give a guy 20, 30 mil in that position. We can't do that right now. Can't do it at all, dude. We're over here asking people like, we want to trade Renfro that ain't done nothing for a guy like Brian Burns. Like, they're probably laugh at us. They laugh at us, dude. They're probably like, yeah, Renfro's a good player, bro, but Burns is like one of the best, like Max at his job, bro. Like, Burns has the same number.
Way they're giving him that.
No, be Renfro. No. You're giving up some draft picks, dude, for sure. Yeah, you're giving up draft picks for sure, dude.
Yeah,
like, that's
not just gonna be player for player on that.
Nah, hell no. And then it's like, okay, do you want to give up those draft picks? Like, I don't know if I'm not down for giving up the draft picks, dude, unless it's like Burns, like, man, that's tough, dude, because like I get it, but he sucks in the run, dude. There's still holes in Burns, man. Like, so I don't know if I would want to do it. Like, the only thing I would say, like with Max, that kind of gives us more of a validation with Max is he's got really good in the run and pass. You know what I mean? So I don't know if I'd want to go jeopardize, like, fuck, dude, they want a first round pick for Burns. I mean, how are they gonna? They're not looking at Renfro anywhere close to fucking 1 through 4. It's like they got to look at Renfro like he's a 4th. He got to be like 5th through 7th draft pick, dude. Like, there's no way they're looking at him as a top 1 through 4 pick. There's just no way.
Yeah, there's no way. He's probably 5th. Maybe
5th round at best.
Team, maybe a 4th, maybe a thirsty ass team, but no way.
Yeah, and then to go to Carolina, they are looking for receivers. So don't get me wrong, but are they looking for that receiver? And can Bryce Young is he going to have success with him? You know, like, those are things you have to look at, dude. It's like it's not like you're giving Bryce Young Devontae fucking Adams, and we couldn't even do that anyways because their first round pick goes to the Bears anyway, so we can't do it anyways. So what was that? Or the Bears? Yeah, because it was for what's his name from them? Fucking DJ Moore, I think. Fucking. How did that deal go down? Because the Bears have the 1 and 2, and that's Carolina. But they got, who did they get from the Bears? Or did they swap picks? I think they swap picks is what happened there. I think that's what happened. They swap picks. But that's all I say is like, I just want to build right, dude. Like, I'm tired of having pointless arguments with people in social media or things where they're like, bro, you want to get, yeah, I do. I want to get rid of the fucking guy because his contract's worth more than half his contract worth fucking a quarter of the fucking whole salary cap. So yeah, if you're asking me, do I want to get rid of it? You don't got to ask me twice, bro. Like, I'm big time number guy. Yeah, fucking A, I do. Like, I've said it. I don't care if he's one of the best. The production, we can't give him the production. So why the fuck do we want to keep one of the best if we can't? So we just keep him, let his career dwindle down, never get to benefit from nothing. We just want to have him because his name. He's not going to get – he don't have Derek Carr here, so he's not going to get the yards, and we're just going to keep him. So we waste his whole career away. Like, fuck that. I want to get my draft picks back. I want to get recompensated back for that shit, dude. Like, sorry, bro, that we didn't get Carr for you, but you can't stay here either. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I'm not doing that. Not going to keep you while Jimmy don't even use you. Why the fuck would I do that, dude? Like, I said this about Josh. Trade Josh last year, you're going to get draft capital out of him. Trade him this year, you ain't going to get shit. I said last year, you know why Josh is advocating it so hard? You know why he wants the contract so hard? I said this the whole time. He wants a $12 million contract this year because he can't get 12.5 because he's not better than Derrick Henry. So he ain't going to get #1 contract, but he's going to get around 12 million. But I said the whole time why he's advocating, because if he went this year and tried to get it, he wouldn't be worth more than $8 million. He wouldn't be more than worth an $8 million halfback right fucking now. And that's facts. And I said that shit last year. That's why I said you got to trade these motherfuckers when they have value, dude, when they have shit, dude. Why do you start seeing Josh getting thrown the ball? Oh, I can guarantee you that when they were having the conversation about Josh being the lead rusher last year and this guy ain't doing shit this year, they're like, well, we got to get him out. If we're going to trade him and get value, got to show him that he can catch the ball too now. All of a sudden, here comes Josh, fucking receiving halfback. Dude ain't been receiving halfback the whole entire time, but all of a sudden just this year, like they're trying to put value behind the motherfucker, dude. They're like, dude, if we trade him and he don't want to sign with us, we're not going to get shit. They're going to be like, well, they already know he ain't going to sign with you guys. And all you can do is tag him and go through all that bullshit again. And then are you going to give him that money? Because we're going to sit here and say, see, Josh, we told you, man, you weren't worth $12 million. You're only worth $8 million. And Josh going to be like, fuck you, I want $12 million. So we're going to be in stalemate all over again. Then we'll get past camp. We'll get back to the deal. They're going to say, oh, this is the tag, that franchise tag, because it's going to go up, because that's how it works when you double tag a guy. It goes up even more. So instead of, he's going to know that. He's going to know that. He's going to be like, he's going to argue fighting. He won't sign the contract because he's going to say, you want to give me 8, but if I just wait it out like I did last year and sign right at the beginning of the season, guess what? You're going to have to pay me $13 million next year. So fuck, good luck to you guys. So why wouldn't he do that? And that's where me as a GM would already see that. Me as a GM would see that already, and I would say, oh, hell no, you ain't going to squeeze me for $13 million when you ain't even getting 50 yards per game. Like, not happened to me, bud. So I'm going to start hitting up teams, and I'm going to say, hey, man, by week 8 on the trade deadline, if we can get this guy to start producing, just like I said, don't be surprised if Renfro automatically just starts showing up in these next few games. So they can start putting value behind them. That's what they'll do. Put value behind them, man, and then try squeezing draft picks, dude. Like, they know they're not getting a first for Josh. There's no way in hell. So I've said it, dude. If it was me, I don't care. We are not a player away from winning shit, dude. We're barely winning. We're
several players away. We're like 6 players away on defense. And obviously on offense, we're missing the most critical piece, which is a quarterback. So if you don't have a quarterback, you're always going to have a ceiling in terms of like how far you could achieve. And right now we just simply don't have a quarterback. I mean, it just sucks. But yeah, dude, I'm going to run a quick errand before the game, dude, but I'll be in the chat. Peace out.
All right, we'll be in the Discord watching the game too. So
all right, cool.
Be gone next year too. I think he should, man. Jimmy should be gone ASAP, bro. He shouldn't even be on this shit. He shouldn't even be on our team. And that's all I keep saying is like, I'm not sitting here trying to be like, Jimmy was never in my mind to be our star quarterback, and it ain't in Devontae's either. So if your star receiver, if you're sitting here saying like, we don't want to trade Devontae because he's one of the best out there, blah, 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 you know, you give that whole line, but in the same content, you're like, but we want to keep Jimmy. Okay, how the fuck are you going to make this guy keep doing what he's doing with a guy like that? He can't, because this guy just keeps focusing to one damn dude. Watch him do it here in the Patriot game, too. He's just going to focus on one damn guy or the two, because that's all he's done is just 2 guys the whole entire game. He don't ever get off anybody else. I've said it even last week's game. I thought right when they came out in that Green Bay game, I was like, damn, watch our team going to explode right here, bro. Look how many big play situations that we gave ourselves. And then all of a sudden we just took it away that fast, dude. I said, man, we had a good looking game plan going for the first 10 minutes, and it was wiped off the slate right away. Like, and those are things that I don't like. I mean, it shows that Josh's playbook can be very dangerous if you have the right damn quarterback there to do it. I mean, Mayer opens up that field probably down to the, probably touchdown, if not down to the, 20-yard line. I mean, dude, he could have easily just pushed off that safety right there like that, dude. I mean, he's a big boy. He got muscle. Like, he'll dog him. So I said those type of plays are big plays, dude. And then Jimmy don't even look back again. He don't look back again. He don't try it again. He never tries for big plays. It's slants, drags, curls. That's all he does. And then if he gets pressured, he's going to throw into double team. I even said he made an Aiden O'Connell mistake and 50 yards of open field when Aiden only had 5 yards. Aiden had 5 through an interception. This dude, 9-year veteran, and threw it into a fucking 50 yards open out there and threw it right in. Like, you can't change that. That has nothing to do with the coach, has nothing to do with the way that he calls the player. No, it's the way that Jimmy sees the field. Like, that's facts. It has nothing to do with the way Josh opens that play. See, listen, Josh opened that play. There were 3 options. Josh opened that. The tight end was open underneath the bottom. Then Jacoby should have been in the middle, but he didn't. He drew all the coverage. And then guess who was right over the top of him? Devontae motherfucking Adams, wide the fuck open. Wide open. And Jimmy threw it to the middle. How the fuck is that Josh McDaniels' problem? How the fuck is that? Josh got 3 dudes right there. 2 out of 3 are wide open. This bitch shows Jacoby because he blows them in the bathroom. That's why. And if you're sitting there doing things like that, you're never going to get good and your team's never going to be better. So you can't fix your team off of his mistake. There's nothing wrong with Josh's play calling. Josh's play calling would have gave us a touchdown to the house if Derek Carr was there because he would have dotted fucking Devontae Adams because Devontae's his guy. That's his guy. He would have been like, oh, fucking, he would have threw up one of them little floaters right over top, right in at Devontae. See you later. And then that safety that would have been coming at him on that side because he was over the top of him. Guess what Devontae would have done? Devontae would have went, pop, pop, stutter stepped his ass, blink, right to the inside, boom, touchdown, because he does it all the time. So, again, that is a Jimmy mistake. That is not a fucking McDaniels mistake. I hate when people want to credit plays or things to the quarter or to the coach, dude. Like, this motherfucking guy goes into the class. He's the one that reads the damn deal. He's got a fat ass F. He'd have got a fat ass F on that test. He would have failed. That had nothing to do with the teacher. Teacher fucking taught him how to do it. Teacher trained him how to do it. He did not do it. He gets the F, not the teacher, the student. So I don't understand how people these days act like, oh, if the student fails, it's the fucking teacher's fault. No, it's not. No, it's not, because there's fucking 30 kids in that class, dude, and 5 of them kids probably grasped it because 5 of them paid the fuck attention. The other 30 over here talking, oh, I get bitches, I'm sponsored by whorehouses and blah, 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 bullshit. Oh, I come from the Niners. You're not at the Niners, bitch, you're with the Raiders. So unless you're in these books studying, dude, unless you're here, but like Carr was here and he was still dominating, the team wasn't, dude. Like, come on. Like, you can't just sit here and act like, oh, where you come from ain't doing shit here. Like, you got to do it here as a Raider. I don't give a fuck about what jersey you had before you got here. Don't matter to me. It doesn't even exist to me. I mean, I keep saying it, dude. Like, when Gruden went and got Gannon was a backup on the Kansas City Chiefs. He goes and gets him, brings him here, makes him a goddamn Super Bowl contending quarterback. Like, we're over here. We have the offense, but we got Jimmy. And then we're sitting here saying, like, oh, Jimmy can run it better. Oh, listen, it didn't take me one game. It didn't take one game to argue he does not. It didn't take one game. You know what I said in the middle of the game? Right when I watched Jimmy bootleg out to the left and threw that pass, I said, okay. Hey, 9-year vet, 10. He's 10 years. 10-year vet literally just made Aiden O'Connell mistake in 50 yards of open field when this dude get pressured on 4 dudes sitting on the fucking goal line, and we're talking about Jimmy when to make those mistakes. Bullshit. Jimmy make that same mistake. He didn't make it in 60-yard field. He made it in that 5. Guess what? He did make it in that 5 in the Bronco game because he threw it right to the same defenders the same way as he did that same play over here. That's why Josh McDaniels was on the sideline. I don't know if anybody's seen it because they probably weren't too paying attention. But Josh was over there telling Jimmy, what the fuck are you fucking looking at? What the fuck are you fucking doing? He said, this motherfucker right here, wide the fuck open. What the fuck are you doing? That's Josh telling him on the motherfucking sideline to the quarterback. You know what Jimmy over there doing? Oh, drink up, spitting out water. Oh, look, yeah, you dumb motherfucker. You dumb. That was you that did that shit. That was you, man. You've done it already 6 other times. Like, shit, man. Josh over there schooling this dude on the sideline. They're like, yep, it's Josh. It's Josh. No, it ain't. It ain't Josh, man. Put an 8 in, dude. He can be yelling at him, and he would be learning. Jimmy ain't learning. Jimmy has that mindset already that I've been good. I've already been on these teams. You know, like, that's how he's thinking. Well, guess what? That shit don't work here, man. And I've said it every single time a quarterback like them show up here, it's just a long ride of nothing. Ends up with nothing. We go into this game, I've said it, we should win 34-10. There's nothing that's changed in that team. Juju ain't even playing, I don't think. So there's nothing that indicated that team should be any better than it was over the last 2 games. And these last 2 games just put an ass beat into these guys. So if we're not up in the fucking 20s and 30s, man, I don't give a shit what anybody says, dude. Our team's still garbage. I don't give a shit. This is probably the worst team in the football right now. And I don't care how people are viewing stats. I'm saying production-wise in the team, their offense and defense is just automatic gone, off overboard. So this game here, man, if we're barely getting by, I keep saying it, Detroit's going to just stomp on us. So outside of it, man, at work, and it's all good, Ozzy, dude. I just put it out there. You're part of this shit, so I always put it out there, man. And I said salute to you in the beginning, man, because I forgot when they post. That's what I was saying to Robert earlier. Unless people noticed it, I'm not going to bring it up. But I said salute to you because I seen the fucking it posted, like the DSR, and then yours. I seen yours say salute, and I was like, oh, Ozzy's in the chat, so salute. Fucking, I was a dumbass. But long story short, man, like I said, we got to be accountability. One, here's another thing before we get going because the game's gonna start here in about 10 minutes. So these are things that I'm gonna look at. One, Jacobs better get fucking going here today. There's nothing that indicates that Jacobs should not get going. But watch, they're gonna pack up the box because Bill knows fucking Jimmy. So he has JC Jackson back there. He's gonna be looking to pick this dude off. So I'm just gonna say it straight up, dude. We have to get push the field, open up the field. We need to start pushing players out. We need to get our tight ends, our halfbacks. We need to acculate players to take the pressure off of the line. If we can push the pressure off the line and throwing the ball in little short slants or little dig routes or little verticals, just little slant verticals, then I can see, then we'd probably give Jacobs a better chance. But if we go into this game in the Legion, just think that Josh is going to get this ball and he's going to run down it. They have Barmore there, dude. That dude will stop him right there, Christian Barmore. He'll stuff his ass right there on that fucking line. So, again, I've said I don't think they need Judon over there to get shit done. They got a pretty good team around defensively, and that's Bill's team, and he knows Josh. So I said, like, I want to see Josh do something here. Josh got to get 100 yards in this game. There's nothing that says Josh can't get 100. This is a poor-ass team here, weak team playing. Josh needs to step up and get us a fucking 100 yards rushing. I don't give a fuck about his passing. We have fucking 5 other receivers there. Why are we passing him the fucking ball when we got Myers, Renfro, fucking Carter, fucking all kind of guys? So we don't need to be throwing the ball to Jacobs. Jacobs fucking halfback. He needs to run the damn ball. So for me, like I said, I want to make sure, I want to see him show up. I want to see Jacob start contributing in a bigger way, pound the ball, fucking. I want to see dual backs in this game, if you're asking me. I want to see Amir and him just pound the ball, boom, 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 boom. That's what I want to see. I want to see Jimmy not hone in on just 2 receivers. I want to see Jimmy move the ball around. I want to see him spread that ball around. I want to see Renfro get acculated. I want to see Jacoby get acculated. I want to see Devontae get acculated. I want to see Mayer. I want to see them all, man. I want to see dudes get yards like a real football team does. So for me, that's crucial for me because we have yet to do it all year. So defensively, I want to see structure. I want to see turnovers on the third and fucking 2, 3rd and 5, dude. Like, I want to see fucking turnovers. If it's a 4th and fucking 5, I don't want to see us get fucking false start on the defense, encroachment. I don't want to see that shit. That's faults on them, Like, I want to see our team step up, dude. Our defense needs to play solid. If they know they're not gonna snap the ball, they need to just stand up and stand there, dude. Because you can't just let these guys bullshit you. You got to call their bullshit before. And when teams do that, they'll just fucking stand up and let the time run down and so on because they already know they know. So that's the difference is when they're testing us, they are like, yeah, one of these rookies is going to get a false start. Like, I want to see Peters show up. I don't want to see Peters just standing back there and get credit because fucking guy already 7 yards off and fucking dude throws the ball and watch dudes. Like, I don't like that shit. I've kept saying, like, as much as I like Spillane and how good he is, like, I'm not going to sit here and say, like, oh, man, Spillane hopped up and got that interception. I'm going to say Max pushed the pressure of them 2 dudes off that outside, and fucking Love tried to run out and bootleg, and he literally threw it right to Spillane that never even moved. Spillane was literally just standing there. Whoa, thank you, fucking take off, like. So that's all I'm trying to say is, like, I don't want to give people credibility on our defense because of the quarterback's play. Like, you got to show the quarterback was really the fault of that play. So for me, one, I've said it. Our corners need to show up in a game somewhere, like where we can sit and say, like, hey, we have corners again, dude. Like, we need defensive tackles. Like, you cannot let Ezekiel Elliott, that has not done shit all year long, just come in here and duel back with Stevenson. Like, we can't do that. So Stevenson's going to be tough already, but Zeke is going to be even tougher too. So that's going to be a tough deal. I've said I just think our defense needs to show up more as a unit. Yeah, pressures cause turnovers. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, but I would just say Max caused turnovers. Like, that's what I would say. Max causes turnovers. So outside of that, man, like I said, let's just be true to our team, man. Let's be fair. Let's fucking see these deals. I've said it. If Josh can't get over 100 yards in this game, that's a big knock on him. I don't care how people say this guy. He's not a lead back if he can't do this shit, dude. Like, that's his job, dude. Like, again, and Jimmy, dude, if he can't get Devontae, get a big day on a game like this, dude, JC Jackson just coming back, getting reacclimated. Devontae should be able to tear this dude up. He already tearing him up over there, so I don't see why he wouldn't be able to do it here. Jacoby against his old team, man, like, he should have a damn good day. Like that, like I said, dude, this should be a game in our favor by a mile. But I said, like, we got to be fair, man. If these motherfuckers keep it in close, we're not anywhere close to what people think we are, dude. And I would just want to be fair to our team and fair to our fans, and that's why I keep coming every week and saying it, because we're going to stay true to the pattern. And then if they get to the Detroit game and it shows that our team shows up in that Detroit game, keeps a good fucking team offensively, halfbacks, tight ends, receivers, limit, I will most definitely believe in our team. But until then, man, it's going to be really hard. So, Meek, Robinson, Hobbs, healthy, puts Peters as the fourth. Yeah, I mean, facts, dude. I mean, so outside of that, hey, I appreciate all you guys. Like I said, you guys are more than welcome to join up in the Discord, man. There's links inside here. Go to the Nightbot. The link's down here on the bottom of the screen. You just have to use lowercase. That it will get you in there. If you use uppercase, it won't get you in there. Say it's invalid, but if it's lowercase, it will get you in there. Outside of that, I hope you guys have a great day, man. Let's go get this win. Raider Nation for life, baby. I'll see you guys in the Discord. If not, we'll catch you back on Monday night. I hope you guys have a great day, man.